And it's live. We are live, aren't we? Yeah, we're live.
Live.
And let's go on to that. Boom. Can you see us? Omega, are you there? I had 5 views, man. Don't fuck all yet.
Hey.
We got 1 like, but that was me, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Every like counts.
There you go. You there?
There we go.
Hey, right, Omega. How are you? Oh, is it not finished yet?
No, it's the main event of the women's, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Julia Gulia.
What I don't understand is apparently she's like half Japanese, half Italian, was brought up in England, and she can't speak English. Is anyone going to mention all these empty chairs?
No.
No, no one will they? Hey, how are you? Custom is spelled wrong in the description. Problem is, I've not changed that description in ages, which means it's been spelt wrong in every single bloody episode. Custom.
Cut some.
Oh, custom, yeah. Okay.
And system is...
And system spelt wrong as well,
system.
Yeah. See, that's what we do. Do it on purpose. You make people...
Oh, yeah. See if people are actually paying attention.
I think you're the only person who's ever read the description, mate, to be honest. Yeah.
Boom.
Alright, should we have a look at the roster first then?
Yeah.
You've not seen this before. I mean, you've clicked on a couple of streams, but can you hear us all alright, by the way? Because we're sharing one microphone and it's a bit of a... Hopefully it's alright. We'll find out in 20 seconds when the delay catches up.
Yeah.
Alright, so first of all, let's have a look at the superstars. Oh, hello. Are people still making noises? Is that you?
That's my chair.
Oh, that was your chair. Okay, then. So first of all, we've got the man known as Abdullah Poundcake. You might be able to see a slight resemblance to somebody else called Abdullah.
Abdullah the Butcher with face paint.
Is it, what's his name's face paint? Kevin Sullivan. He's similar to
sort
his.
of. They remind me of the SWAT team. It was a tag team back in the 90s. That's what it probably looks like to me.
Next, we've got a guy called Acus.
That's the Kiss Demon.
Now, he is part of a stable called the Underworld, which is led by Christian New York.
Okay.
And he's one of the tag team wrestlers from it.
Right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Alfarius and the Equalizer.
I can't make Japanese people very well, but he's supposed to be a sumo wrestler.
Really?
He's supposed to be, yeah.
Okay.
It's the best body you can get, to be honest with you.
Hakuno Taro.
Who's that? Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, hang on a minute. That's not his name, though.
No, because you've got Akibono Show.
How comes he's got 2 different names?
Hello, Carpet.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
I have no idea.
Okay. We've got Akira Kobayashi.
Okay, generic Japanese wrestler in black trunks.
A sort of a Kenta Kobayashi ripoff.
Yeah, yeah.
Amish Lincoln.
Amish Lincoln.
Half Amish, half Abraham Lincoln. He's part of the tag team known as the Election Connection.
Yeah, the Samoan SWAT team.
Yeah.
It's not the Samoan SWAT team. It was there was in the Rumble in '96. There were 2 twins, and they were big guys, and they literally lasted 30 seconds in each place. But I can't remember what they're called. It's like the SWAT team, or I can't remember. Someone's gonna have to help me out.
It's that Butterbean in a wig. It bloody well could be, you know.
It could be.
That's a spitting image of Butterbean. We've got Axel Crockett.
Axel Crockett. That is some 80s generic headband singlet. Okay.
The classic Bam Bam Boombox.
Bam Bam Boombox.
Yeah, he's one of our main men. He is a big lad, quite chunky, and he has
he
has the moveset of Ricochet.
Okay.
Got Beth Blizzard.
Beth Blizzard.
Who has a twin sister.
Okay.
We'll see that in a minute. Big Drew Strawman.
Oh my god.
He's one of my favourites, you know, Big Strawman. He's cool.
Are all of these wrestlers out of shape? I've not seen one definition of muscle. They're all chunky.
Alright, Vince.
God damn it, I want some beef.
Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess what his move is? His finisher manoeuvre.
Go on.
It's the Blue Thunder Bomb.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, of course it is. The Border.
Okay.
He hates Mexicans. He wants to send them back across the border.
He looks like an angry crowbar. Okay, great big tush on him as
Yeah,
well.
it's sort of like it's a mixture of basically it was classic JBL and the blackjack.
Has he got a boss eye?
Possibly.
He does look cockeyed. Get
It's
that
possible.
man some fucking lenses. Right then, what's next?
This is one member of the tag team. This is what I did for you, Omega, by the way. This is the Highway Raiders. I've done my best. It's not great, I must admit, but
Okay.
this is Break. So this is sort of like based upon Animal and Hawk,
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay.
It's our version of.
Yeah.
And we've got Brett Anderson.
Who's
Why is he got
on the screen?
What is wrong with the names on this game at the moment? Is that his tag team partner? But I don't know.
I have no idea. The border needs a tag team partner called The Wall.
Yeah, we said about that. Yeah,
Nice.
and they're going to be called Border Patrol.
Okay.
Now the Wall. What was? I thought it was really cool. We figured this out on the last stream, right? What was his name? The Wall in WCW.
It was Malice in TNA,
Yeah.
but he was The Wall.
No, he had a
And
German name. His real name.
I know his tag team partner was Berlin, who was Alex Wright.
That's it. Berlin.
Yeah, Berlin was his tag team
Yeah,
partner.
the Berlin Wall.
Yes! That's
Yeah.
Vince Russo for you.
So this is Dean Blanchard.
Okay.
He is the high. Well, he's not really a high flyer as such, to be honest, but the lighter one.
Butch and Luke, the sheep herders, or whatever they were called in WWE, they were the bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers. That's Brianna Blaze. So that is the sister of Beth Blizzard.
Okay.
So you got Fire and Ice as a tag team.
Fire and Ice.
Bruiser Lee is our hardcore champion.
Yep,
It's just Bruiser Brody.
it is, yeah.
Captain Mustafa.
Okay.
These are Muhammad's contribution to the previous one. We've gone for the classic anti-American heel stable.
Yep.
Cerberus.
What the fuck is going on with his face?
Cerberus is the three-headed dog that guards the gates of hell. And he is Christian New York's right-hand man. He's basically the Kane to Christian New York's Undertaker.
Okay, that is some aesthetics right there.
And that is Christian New York.
Christian New York, okay.
He started off more looking like Christian New York, and then we made him a bit more bulky. He's
Yeah.
Undertaker's moveset, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Crimson Sun,
Bonacano!
classic Japanese female.
It's Bonacano!
A new one I created last time. This is to join
Nakano.
your stable, Mohammed. This is Dastagia.
That's the gear.
He is representing both the cruiserweight and the hardcore division. He was my sort of like, I don't want to say Sabu-esque, but
Yeah.
down that sort of line.
Okay.
The tag team partner of Brett Anderson is Dean Blanchard. Hang on a minute.
They look the same.
Oh, this game's bugged out, hasn't it? Because, okay. That is Dean Blanchard because he's got the DB on his shorts. There's Brett Anderson.
Brett Anderson.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we just got the wrong looking people for some reason. Okay. Heading down then we have got Diana Dazzler.
With abs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big butch bitch,
Yeah.
if you will. Dylan Hart, he is a manager
Clearly.
of our Constellation stable, which is led by a guy called Starboy.
Love the jacket.
That's good, isn't it?
That is nice.
And obviously Amish Lincoln's tag team partner, Drew Washington.
They are two different looking people in a tag.
Yeah, well, they're both Drew Washington.
It is a beautiful mullet.
It is a good mullet, I must
Yeah.
admit, yeah.
That is nice.
El Carnero.
Okay.
I mean, the parts are on the game. I can't remember what a Carnero is. Is it a goat? I can't remember now.
Well, you can tell by the
No,
horns.
ram. It's the ram,
It's
I think.
the ram, okay.
Yeah. El Gimpo
Wow.
was created as a joke
Yeah.
and has sort of become one of the strongest people on the roster. Likes to utilise the stink face
Yeah.
and something called the booty popping moonsault,
The booty popping moonsault.
which is on the game, believe it or not.
That is some. That's like a demolition throwback in cosplay. What's the safe word? That's all I can ask.
There was some speculation last time about him wanting to do things to other people in the backstage area, I
Right.
must admit.
Okay.
El Mariposa,
Nice.
otherwise known as the Butterfly.
Lovely.
Frank.
Can I be frank?
Well, yeah. I don't know where I came with it. This was another guy I created solely for the hardcore tournament. I wanted like a New Jack-esque sort of guy.
Yeah.
And then I just thought about Frank Gallagher from Shameless.
Fair enough.
And I thought homeless guy made sort of sense. Gacy is the evil clown.
Yeah.
He is rocking with the Bray Wyatt Fiend moveset because I think an evil clown doing the crab walk along the ring is quite creepy, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. The Golden Sheik,
Nice.
another one of Mohammed's creations. We brought him back in for this year's game.
Beautiful.
The Great Shogun.
I like it.
This was a randomised core.
Mhm.
We, I think, amended a couple of bits of it, but this was a fully randomised core mostly.
I love the hair.
And then, so that is the correct one. So the other one did look different,
Yeah.
but for some reason it's not working.
Distinct face and arse-based offence you can think of, to be honest. Why do they all have weird hairy chests?
I must have some sort of kink going on, you know.
Must be. Must be.
I think sometimes it gives them more personality. Hat McAfee.
Hat
There's a man who has personality. This is a randomised core.
Yeah.
The man with hats.
Okay. Okay, definitely a lightweight.
Yeah, he is as skinny, as small as you can go.
Yeah.
Hunapu. There's
So
two of
that's-
these.
So it looks like Psychosis.
Yeah, this one's actually not based on it. This is it's based on something that I read years ago. But
Okay.
there is in Mayan
Hello, New Gen.
history or Mayan culture, whatever it is.
Yeah.
In the Holy Book, there was two twin brothers. So that's what I've got. So you got Hunapu, who is white with black accents, and the other one is the exact same attire but
The
black
other way
and white.
around.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
it's a bugger to remember. Indigo Moon.
Okay.
We've really struggled for females this year, I must admit.
Yeah.
It's Jaguar,
Nice.
part of the Aztec stable as well.
Looks good.
We've got Jax, who I wanted to create someone along the lines of Mike Awesome, and then it just sort of mutated into this guy.
Escalated.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's part of the hardcore division, but I think he could be pretty good elsewhere. Jun Ito, again, we had him for the hardcore championship, but who knows what happens to him now the title's been done.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem Khan, he's also part of the anti-American stable.
Yep.
La Abeja, which is the bee.
Okay.
So you've got the butterfly and the bee, sting like
Yeah.
a butterfly, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
female tag team. We've got Lex Wyndham.
Wow. Them eyes. They're just piercing at me.
I know, yeah, you could lose them. I've not created them yet, Mohammed, I must admit. I struggled to make them look right, I must admit. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Minos, another one of the Underworld stable.
Yeah.
He is the cruiserweight technician. Mio Mizuki,
Lovely.
Mongolian beef.
Jesus Christ.
Don't like Mongolian beef. This is one of the brand new masks in the game this year. I paid money for this mask, by the way.
Paid money.
Well, I could have played the island, but I couldn't be asked to do the island, to be honest with you. How's your drug empire going?
He's still out. He's not been banged up yet, so he will still survive.
Yeah. We've got Mystique,
Lovely. I like that.
classic Japanese female.
Yep.
I Feel Your Pain.
I feel your pain.
She's the tag team partner Dana Dazzler, believe it or not.
Okay.
Patio Door,
That's the Irish.
Luck of the Irish.
Yeah. She has to be ginger.
Well, she's Irish, isn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
The Pink Ram.
Yeah, this has just got a bit messy, to be honest with you. It's someone who we had in the very first game. We've just sort of been... He's turned a bit, in my mind, into like... What was it when Goldust went to TNA?
Black Rain.
Yeah.
Mongolian beef. Jesus Christ, about sums up the whole universe, mate.
Your drug empire's a shambles. I keep trying to record it and I keep struggling with it. Purple Rain.
Oh my god.
Purple
He's a big
Rain.
boy. He's a big boy.
He's the tag team partner of Blue Thunder.
But he's a light heavyweight. Explain.
Yeah. He's just hollow. That's what it is.
Hollow.
He's hollow. He's the tag team partner of Blue Thunder.
Okay.
Quetzalcoatl.
Try that again.
Quetzalcoatl.
Really?
Yep. Again.
Quetzalcoatl.
Yep. This is in the classical Mayan bollocks again.
Yeah.
But again, I had to pay for the mask. I'm fucking using it if I had to pay for it.
That's fair enough.
Rad. Another
Okay.
one of the Underworld stable guys.
Yeah.
Shere Khan, another one of the anti-American heels.
Yeah.
We've got Starboy.
Yep.
Starboy
He's
is the,
hairy.
he's the leader of the Constellation stable. You saw the manager earlier. That's the manager for him.
Yeah.
Also, Dean Blanchard and Brett Anderson.
So is he the Rico-esque sort of?
He started off more Ric Flair and has just got a bit more camp as time went on, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because he's got the chops on the hair.
It
Or
doesn't.
the...
He doesn't look like camp in the game. I mean, he looks pretty camp, but
Okay.
Voodoo Mama Juju,
Voodoo Mama Juju.
classic.
Yeah.
White Lightning.
Yeah. Isn't Starboy still the champ?
We reset the champs, didn't we? So we're actually doing the tournament at the moment. He is in the tournament. How is he doing in the tournament? We'll have a quick look. He is currently... So Starboy has got 1 victory out of 2 matches so far. We'll have the rest of the matches tonight, so we'll know who our main event and who our champions are, or who the champion match is going to be at the pay-per-view pretty damn soon. And White Tiger.
Okay.
And then we have Rek, who's the other half of that tag team.
Yep.
And we have Expalanque, who's the other half of that tag team.
The collar. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We've got Yokai.
You've paid a lot of money for these masks.
They're all unlockable on the island, to be honest with you, but I couldn't be asked to play the island, so I just paid for them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's our roster so far. I do have more on my paper that I need to create that we discussed last time around, but I haven't got around to doing them yet.
Yeah. It just says here that Alpharis is saying that we've given up taking this seriously.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we never gave up because we never took it seriously to begin with.
That's a very good point, to be honest with you. So that's what we're doing. With the last thing that we did do was the King of the Deathmatch tournament, which was this show here. We started off with Abdullah Poundcake versus Bruiser Lee. Bruiser Lee came out on top. Frank beat Jun Ito.
Yeah.
Dastagear defeated Amish Lincoln, and Gacy defeated Jax. Then we had a bit of a tag team action as Lex Windham and Big Drew Strawman took on the twins, whatever they're called, I can't remember now. We had a triple threat. Crimson Sun defeated Patty O'Dawn or Feel Your Pain. Bruiser Lee then went on in the semi-finals to beat Frank. Gacy defeated Dastagear in the semi-finals. We had a War Games match between Underworld and the New Caliphate, which was won by the New Caliphate, the anti-American heels. And then in the main event, Bruiser Lee became our first hardcore champion, defeating Gacy.
Lovely.
So now we can crack on. We've done enough bollocks talking. Let's go into the next episode. And we do already have some matches lined up because we have to finish the last round of matches for the... Where are we? There we are, okay. So we have to actually start the show off with a match between Christian New York and White Tiger, which will go down well. 2 of the favourites. I forget all the buttons on this game. They've made it really complicated this year to do simple things. So, Christian New York and White Tiger. Boom, okay. And then we also have in the main event of the evening, we will have the Border going up against the Golden Sheik. I told you the fucking buttons on this game are terrible. It's the buttons' fault, not mine, honestly.
Fair enough.
Have you been paying any attention to this match at all, by the way?
Not a clue.
We've got NXT on in the background, by the way, just to... Yeah.
She has got a beautiful attire. I'm just trying
Yeah, I think that's why she's in the match, to be honest with you.
I'm not even saying about the attire. She got a booty. It's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no complaints on this side.
Yeah.
We also, I think we agreed more or less this entire show, to be honest. This is supposed to be the debut of Hat McAfee. Oh, I've got intergender matches this year as well, by the way.
I have heard about this.
I don't think we've used any yet, to be honest with you, but Hat McAfee goes up against Yokai, we decided last time round. And then we also have tag team action here in the middle. Normal tag team matches are okay this year. They're not great, but they're okay. I have gone to the pain, by the way, of sorting out all the entrances for everyone as well. I've even done the tag team finishers. So these guys do have the Doomsday device as a finisher.
Nice.
And then we're going up against Quetzalcoatl and Jaguar. Now, since you're the guest, we've got one match left. Is there anyone you would like to have a look at in more detail? So those matches are all set. So it's just this one here. We've got 2 sumo wrestlers versus 2 women, apparently.
That's a bit lopsided. That's a bit lopsided.
It's an interesting concept of a match, this one, I must admit. Is there much going on down here? Yeah, Hat McAfee's fire, apparently. Anyone you fancy? Any match type you fancy?
Surprise me.
Do you want to go with... what have we got? Do you want to see an underground match?
I'll go for brawl.
A brawl?
Brawl.
What type of brawl? Are we going to do a 24/7 hardcore championship match already? The guy's only just won the fucking belt 2 days ago.
So yeah, whoever your hardcore champion is, if he's not booked...
He's not currently booked. Do you want to go to the old school... which is it? The archives?
Yeah,
There's 2 different archives. I don't know which. We'll go for the first one. I've not used them before. It's got all the old WWE stuff in there.
Cool. Did you inform PJ about the border law?
Very briefly, about how much he hates the Mexicans.
Yeah.
I mean, the border could be beating the shit. I was saying that. The border's got... oh, the border's facing White Tiger in the main event tonight. That's his chance to really brutalise a Mexican.
Okay.
You know what his finisher is?
Go on.
The border toss.
Knew it was coming now.
Yeah. So it was... I forgot his bloody name now. I'm sure it's B. Bruiser Lee. Who do you fancy? Obviously, Bruiser Brody Abdullah the Butcher is the classic, but they only face each other at the pay-per-view the other day. So
we've got to put Starboy.
against Starboy.
Yeah.
Not for the championship though, because Starboy's tied up somewhere else.
Yeah, just non-title.
Is sure Starboy no? A pig ram.
Okay.
Fucking Mongolian beef.
We'll put him in with Mongolian
beef.
Mongolian beef.
Okay. We doing title or no title?
Non-title.
Non-title, okay.
Non-title.
I think because it's a brawl, I don't think there's pinfall. It's literally just going to be a fight.
Cool.
A fight to the death.
The catchphrase is the most important part.
Oh yeah, nobody crosses the border.
Nice.
We're not doing any rivalries yet because this is our first month. We're just sort of building things up. As you can see, I've got a list of all the matches we've done so far. And we're building up to our first pay-per-view WrestleFest. The winners of the 2 groups, which we should find out by the end of this week. I mean, this should do it, to be honest. So at the moment, if I can go across, in Group A, which is this is, Christian New York's got 1 win out of 2. The Golden Sheik's got 2 losses. The Border has 3 wins. If the Border defeats White Tiger, the Border guarantees his place in the main event of the pay-per-view. Lovely. If White Tiger defeats the Border, that's where it gets more complicated, because then they'll both have 2 wins. They'll have to do a buffer match next week. Yeah. If White Tiger beats Border and Christian New York defeats the Sheik, then all of a sudden all 3 of them have got 2 wins out of 3. And there's going to be a triple threat next week.
That is a Steiner-esque explanation.
Yep. So we've got a 52.6% chance of understanding what's going on. Yeah. Right then, let's also, because of how I'm doing this, hit that button. Because I'm uploading the episodes later on as well. So we're recording and streaming at the same time now. Yeah. And then you're doing your stuff as well.
Super.
So just a quick recap of the card before we get going then.
Okay.
Christian New York versus White Tiger to kick off the show. I got that completely wrong. Border's not facing White Tiger though. No. Bruiser Lee versus Mongolian Beef in a backstage brawl. We have got the Highway Raiders versus Popol Vuh in a tag team match. We have got Hat McAfee versus Yokai. And the main event of the evening, the Border versus the Golden Sheik. And we know what the Border thinks of foreigners, so...
Beautiful. So before we start the show...
Is this finished, is it?
There's a surprise element to the stream. For the very first time, not only will you be able to hear us, you will be able to see us. We are going to be streaming not only on YouTube, we will be streaming on Kick. K-I-K.
Yeah, not the proper Kick.
No, so if you would like to see us and hear us, be sure to subscribe, come in and say hello.
Come in what?
It shouldn't be hard to find. Just go and look for Shabby Gamer, follow the icon, and you will see us there.
Why does it say... Oh, it didn't say it. Okay. Right, let's crack on then. Hopefully the audio is going to be alright because you got the background game audio coming on. Let us know if the audio is a bit iffy when we get into the game. Why is that so far behind? It always gets behind, you know. There we go.
Recording all of these has yet to upload a single episode.
Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah, they're all on my external hard drive though.
I'll stick with just hearing. No worries, New Gen.
Just like I've got 48 episodes of 2 Point Museum on my hard drive and not been edited yet. Oh, who turned the bloody entrances off?
That weren't me. I've got the controlling.
No, we've got to go back. I want to show you the entrances. Some of the people are pretty cool.
Right, so not only that...
Entrance, there we go.
WrestleMania weekend.
WrestleMania!
There we go. So we are live on Kick and we are live on YouTube.
Here we go.
There we go.
I spent a lot of time on these entrances. You'll have to watch them.
Okay.
Not all of them, just get the gist of what's going on. This is our Mayhem Arena.
Which is always been fire.
It's always fire. That is the WrestleMania Arena, which I hope is on fire.
The Allegiant Stadium.
I can't believe fucking Jey Uso's wrestling for the World Championship at Mania. That seems like, you know,
How
when
do you
you
think
just
I felt? I stayed up live to watch Royal Rumble, to expect Cena to win, and to get Jey Uso to win was a bit of a kick in the bollocks. So,
ain't that a kick in the
there's
bollocks?
nothing we can do now. It's done, it's over with, and everyone can eat their ass off.
Yeah. It just, yeah.
So he's taken Triple H's crown and mask and...
Yep.
Okay.
He is the Undertaker, and Triple H has had a turn the game down and you up. Okay. I thought that might happen. We're a bit further away from the microphone because we're sharing the mic, so it's a bit iffy, I suppose. Alright, is that better or is that too low?
Low.
Low. His fucking beard does my head in as well.
Lexus King.
Oh, he's out. Is that any better?
So how many people got live? 4? Is that
No, it's live.
concurrent viewers are people who are actually watching?
Yeah, but above it says 5. So
Okay.
you never know on this, to be honest with you. Okay, that's him. He's got nipple rings and everything.
He's actually... Okay.
Yeah, his jacket had nipple rings on it.
Right. White Tiger.
This is one of Carpet's, because Carpet is a big fan of the old luchadors.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to do the Sin Cara
Oh, yes,
thing?
he is, yeah. Boing.
There he goes. Lovely stuff.
It's not too bad because the game actually didn't mess up his cape like it normally does. Is it still not finished yet? Still fucking going?
It's the triple threat main event with Obafemi, who has got the best entrance theme in NXT.
My name is Obafemi. I don't know, I've never really watched it, to be honest. I don't even know what it is.
I think if people can agree with me online, Obafemi has got a really good entrance theme.
The White Tiger's arse has got a tiger on it.
Nice.
That toggle info is just stuck there, I don't know why.
Has it been like that since you've had the game?
Yeah. Hello, cat. Come to watch. So you looking forward to Mania then?
No. I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning. I'm going to try my hardest to be enticed and... Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's going to be a 24-hour shift for you then, isn't it?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So what was on this match as well? So you've got, what are the matches tonight then? Is it Randy tonight or is Randy tomorrow?
Randy is tomorrow, I believe. I think there's 7 matches tonight, and then there was advertised 6 before Randy done the Open Challenge.
Yeah, I just still don't know. I mean, like we said, I mean, the Nick Aldis makes some sort of sense because he RKO'd him, but it also is a bit obvious now because he RKO'd him. You've got the Malachi, but like you said earlier about making your debut and then, not debut necessarily, but turning up and then losing. It doesn't seem right either, does it?
It's probably the most, as far as the card's concerned, the people there in the chat can remember WrestleMania 32 and just how poor it was. They had a lot of injuries granted, but the whole card was just meh.
You think it's going to be Nick Aldis then, do you, New Gen?
I mean, he can still go. I can imagine he's still in shape.
Does Randy wins that then, I'm assuming? You can't have Nick Aldis go over Randy, can you?
No. So you need someone to take the fall, and rather that than with the GM.
Yeah, I mean, if they bring back Malachi, they bring back Rusev, it just wouldn't make a lot of sense to have them just lose straight off the bat. Right, Pat, how are you? What time is it now? It's 8:30. I probably could now, yeah. I don't start too early, because if I go too early, I'll end up falling asleep. I mean, you started at fucking midday. Yeah, PJ Toby's been drinking for quite some time already. There's not a very good chance he's going to survive Mania. Tonight's show looks miserable, yeah. I mean, what is the card for tonight then, really? Wrestlemania card. What is the best way to look at it? WrestleMania 41 match card. No, the worst thing is they bloody announced the TLC for next week's SmackDown. You've got bloody Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, and bloody DIY in a TLC match. Shocking.
Trust the process.
And we're stuck with the New Day versus the War Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we reckon they're going to open with Jey Uso Gunther.
Yeah.
Thing is, it doesn't make sense to open with that, because him winning is going to obviously get massively over, and then whoever goes out afterwards is just going to completely sink.
Well,
because it's probably going to be one of these two, I would imagine, that goes second. Either
I would say
either a large black coffee versus Rey Mysterio, or
I would say it would be the
Cargill
Mysterio
Naomi.
El Grande match.
It's just going to fall on dead ears, though. I mean, I honestly hate Jey Uso, but it's going to be over if he does win, and it's going to be hard to follow whoever's next, unless they put some shitty thing on that's just like a promo or whatever it's going to be. Or
I can imagine the tag title match will be before the main event, just because that's your guaranteed piss break.
I mean, maybe he doesn't open with Uso Gunther. I know that's what. Oh, there's been a winner over there. That's what normally happens. A White Tiger won.
Nice.
That's what normally happens with AEW, is and that's what the game suggests when you do GM mode. It likes to do a main event sandwich. You open and close the show with main events to make it more interesting. But I just don't think that Jey Uso versus Gunther has enough to really excite the crowd, in my opinion.
I just think that it's over there, as in it is over, but across the world it's not. Just because I think he's got this massive thing in America that the Yeet crowd involvement, it's something to them, but to us in England it's like, really?
I said I saw a child the other day wearing a Yeet shirt and I just wanted to punch him in the face, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The game is still a bit loud compared to you. Okay, I can drop the game a bit more. You are sitting a bit further back than me. He is louder than me, but he's just further back.
My voice does carry.
Okay, let's go out, because I want to make sure the entrances are still on. Oh, there's no entrance for this anyway, because it's the backstage brawl. It's a backstage brawl. So that means that White Tiger's on 2 points. So, if the border loses to the Golden Sheik, White Tiger will have a chance to fight for the chance to go on to WrestleFest main event to fight for the championship.
Yeah.
That was a lot of for the chances of, but there you go. Shit happens, doesn't it? Match history, there we go. Boom. Let's get into this. I've not done a backstage brawl in this area yet, so this should be interesting to see what... I think you'll like this, because it's all archive stuff, so... Depends whereabouts they go with it, I suppose, but... You'll notice some of the stuff. I think you've got old WrestleMania gear, you've got old people's gear.
You've got Brett and Lita in the background.
You've got the tank that's from that green-haired lady.
Shotzi Blackheart. What's her name? Shotzi something.
Old WrestleMania logos and that.
You got the barbershop window there.
Oh yeah, didn't even notice that.
Nice.
Wonder if you can,
Easter egg.
yeah, wonder if you can go through that. I bet you can. We're about to find out. I suppose if Mongolian Beef wins this, he's gonna have to have a chance to fight for the world championship. Not the world, the tag team champ. I can't fucking type and talk at the same time. The hardcore championship would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Beef.
Beef.
The beef. Is there any match you're actually excited for? The only ones... For me, I think the Fatal 4-Way tomorrow for the IC title, I think will probably have the best chance of being decent.
Yeah.
Something just collapsed there. I don't know what that was.
I'll be honest. The main event.
I'm intrigued by Charlotte versus Tiffany, just in case it goes awry.
Yeah.
I've seen some people speculate. Remember Austin Aries, where he took the pinfall in the TNA pay-per-view and then just got up and walked out?
It, got out and flipped the bird.
Yeah, people are saying about Charlotte doing that, but yeah, but the 4-Way for me,
Hello.
I like Jacob Fatu, but LA Knight for me he's great on the mic, but he's just boring in the ring for me.
Yeah.
The triple threat on paper could be good tonight, the Punk Seth Roman one, but I'm not holding up much hope.
No, there is nothing that on that card that I want to see and go, you know what? I want to watch it.
I mean, yeah, in fairness, that allows something to surprise us, I suppose, but I mean, after watching, I don't know who last year, I don't know who thought they watched Uso versus Uso at Mania and thought, you know what? We've got to put that guy in the main event and push him to the moon, because it was terrible.
Yeah.
It really was terrible.
No, it certainly has no pizzazz, and again, it's going to be a tough watch, to say the least.
Yeah. Good old Bruiser Lee. Oh, great. We've had hang on a sec. We've had a bit of a technical issue here. Fucking typical, isn't it?
So, are we live and they can hear us, but they can't see nothing?
Yeah, they just can't see anything at the moment because this has gone funky.
Okay.
I shall fix it. I promise. I'm sure I figured out a way to do it. It's my computer. Every now and again, it just decides it wants to kick out the bloody.
There we go.
It wants to kick out the drivers, and it goes a bit funky.
Oh.
There you go. And then we fix it, and it's all good. No one has to know about it ever happened. Yeah, why is it? Maybe it is. It's. Is the referee counting for pins then? Is he? I wasn't. Yeah. Hang on a minute. The refs. The refs doing countouts.
Standard? It's the last
Oh, is it last man standing?
I presume so.
I don't know if he was doing a count out. No, he's doing countouts.
In a backstage brawl.
Yeah, this game still was so full of fucking bugs. It's unbelievable, you know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's started as a backstage brawl and has now become, for some reason, there's countouts.
We're chicken winging it.
Yep. Yeah. Hello, cat. So, I mean, there's no chance of anything else being squeezed in, is there? There's nothing else been announced, is there?
No.
A Chelsea Open Challenge and a TLC match would be great. Yeah, it's not going to happen though, love. A Big E return?
No. It's not cleared.
This looks like a house show.
It does look like a whole show. I mean, the whole Americano Mysterio match is just meh.
I mean, Mysterio got carried out hurt last night, so God knows what state he's going to be in.
Makes a...
Hell in a Cell has countouts as well. Oh.
Wow.
How has this game been out for like a few months and it's still in this much of a state, I tell you?
Buggy.
There's the old fist. Remember the old... you can get up on it again, but obviously there's no chance now because by the time you get up there and get down, you'd be fucking counted out of the match.
Smackdown fist.
Look at a quiff on that.
Boom, 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 boom.
We've had it on in the background. We've not really been watching it too much, to be honest. We've had it on the background. We've had some interesting moments. They're about to start the Fatal 4-Way now.
It's a triple threat.
They're about to start the triple threat now. You tell me the little guy in the striped black and white shirt isn't part of it? No? No, okay.
And it's not even black and white anymore, Luke.
I know, but I thought that'd make more sense.
I do struggle. Look, when NXT had...
Have they just announced that?
Possibly.
Is that... No, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
NXT and AAA will present When Worlds Collide on Saturday the 7th of June 2025. Conan, after blowing them for so long, has finally got his way, has he?
Well, to be fair, Conan was in the crowd for the Hall of Fame. I did see him in the background, so clearly there's some sort of working relationship along them lines.
It's true, isn't it? Chants of Tony fumbled during Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page. Tony Khan and AEW continue to be the most overact at WrestleMania this weekend.
Yeah.
They've had more airtime than anybody else at this point.
I mean, there's loads of, well, not even spoilers, but you've got Stone Cold, who's going to possibly intervene in the Cena and Rhodes match.
Is he?
Well, but the thing is, you've got The Rock.
The Rock!
I do think The Rock will make an appearance in that match.
Yeah, but surely Triple H will want to find a way to get himself on the card, because it's not a card unless he's involved. That's what he believes.
True. But then that could be the whole you didn't see it coming surprise.
Yeah, I don't know who I don't know who's on both the rosters at the moment with AAA and CMLL. I mean, we can have a look, but I feel like, well, I think AAA has always normally had the strongest card, or the strongest roster, but I feel like the last 2 or 3 years they've been overtaken a bit by CMLL. And AAA have sort of replaced them with people like Alberto Del Rio and people like that.
Yeah,
Alberto Del Rio, there we go.
The Mega Champion.
El Hijo. Oh, they've got Vikingo.
Yeah.
Laredo Kid is TNA.
Yeah,
so he'll probably be on it.
AAA had a working relationship with TNA.
Yeah.
And that's why Vikingo was doing some dates for them.
It's not a great roster. There's not many people on there I'm heard of.
No.
Who won this match?
That's bad when we don't even know.
Should we look at the highlight reel? I didn't realise this was a thing, you know. Was Mongolian Beef going to win it with the accolade?
I think he did.
I have no idea.
He didn't keep it in there for long, so that says it all.
Yeah, there's not many on there, to be honest, that I'd be that interested. I mean, yeah, there's not a lot there, is there? But I think that the problem with NXT is it's become a women's brand now.
Yeah.
The men are not really with it, are they? So, yeah. It was Mongolian Beef who got the win.
They really haven't got a massive roster, have they?
No, it doesn't look great to me. I know they use a lot of independent people. Well, I'll just punch the microphone. They use a lot of independents, I think, for a lot of their shows. Okay, so I think we've just confirmed ourselves that Mongolian Beef versus Bruiser should take place at the pay-per-view for the Hardcore Championship. Let's do that there. And we'll get into this tag team match. Yeah, we'll have a look in a second at the CMLL roster, because I don't want to make it look like I'm being biased. I just do think that they do have a stronger roster at this point. Extreme Rules. There we go. That's plumbed in then for the old pay-per-view. Move your ass. We'll try to look at this. Come on. I don't know if this is the isn't it? I wanted to change the lighting. I'm not. Yeah, should have been changed. If The Rock doesn't get involved in this whole, is The Rock even in? Is he available?
He's got to be for Mania. You've done this whole thing with Cena turning heel with Rock.
Mate, if Cody wins, that would be absolutely brutal. Cody can't win.
No, Cena's winning.
Yeah.
But I think The Rock will have either him and Travis Scott will have some form of a tie-in into that match, and then Stone Cold will come out and sort of even the odds somewhat where Cena still wins.
Well, wasn't there the speculation that there was going to be a third person because The Rock always puts up 3 fingers all the time?
Yeah, but that was Travis Scott.
It can't be Travis Scott,
of course
surely.
It was Travis Scott.
Who even is Travis Scott?
He's a rapper.
What even is a rapper?
It's big in America.
It's someone who thinks he's a gangster.
3 things in America that go right: Christian music, rock music, and hip hop music. They don't like anything else. Sorry, country music. 4 things.
What do you call me?
Oh.
We'll have a look at CMLL. You've got a much bigger roster, as you can see. Atlantis, I know because he's been on Ring of Honor shows. He's quite a cool looking guy. You've got Black Panther. Blue Panther's the legendary one.
Yeah, he was in the... excuse me. A lot of these people were in the Battle Riot.
Yeah.
Did you end up watching the Battle Riot?
I did not yet. No, you sent it to me. I haven't watched it yet.
Oof, it was tough.
Flip Gordon, who used to be in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Gran Guerrero. He's obviously one of the legendary ones as well. I think he might even be part owner of the company now, is he?
Yeah, CMML
Hechicero.
Some form of working relationship with MLW because a majority of these people were in that
Mascara
riot.
Dorada. I think, is he not the old... I don't know if he is the old WWE one, to be honest. Obviously Mystico. Sin Cara, if you will.
Yeah.
Guy called Retro.
There you go.
Rocky Romero's in there as well. Templario looks cool. He's an old Templar. Titan as well. Yeah, it's a much bigger roster because they're doing quite a lot of stuff. I think they've had a couple of Ring of Honor shows where they just let CMLL have the whole Ring of Honor show. I think. But...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Dunked the cat on the head. It feels like wrestling is in a bad state. New Japan, yeah, New Japan's struggling. TNA, I just look at some of the TNA stuff and I just can't understand how they survive. Their cards just don't look like anything I would ever want to watch.
I'd say they sort of maybe survive more because they're based mainly in Canada.
Yeah,
so
I suppose.
They don't go touring, so they don't spend a lot of money on live gates.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. The fact that WWE can put out consistently like poor product and everyone still loves it is what frustrates me. But I mean, their product's got a lot better now because of AEW. AEW have forced them into being better, but AEW just need time. They need time to grow organically. You're not going to go straight up to... Then again, they are getting over 1 million per episode now, aren't they, apparently?
Yeah.
Cena took the Crossroads. Yeah. Yeah, Travis Scott doesn't belong anywhere, to be honest with you.
Could have said the same thing for Bad Bunny, but he somehow managed to not embarrass himself when he was in the ring.
He put on a good match, Bad Bunny did, yeah.
I'd never heard of him.
No, I never heard of him.
But he's massive in Puerto Rico, isn't he? For the Hispanics.
Who's Hispanics?
There you go.
You can't say Hispanics anymore, that's assuming their gender. It's them Hispanics now. I mean, the problem is with WWE's popularity is it because it's aimed at children.
Yeah.
And that's what they cater towards, I think. That's the issue, I suppose.
I was just saying, they don't really say much about Universe anymore, but for Asia, they're massive. When they're running all of these European shows now, it just shows that it's still a global brand. AEW is a big national brand. Obviously, it's quite big here in the UK. I believe it is. It's done no shows outside of the UK.
It's the most viewed wrestling show in the UK, AEW, but that's mainly because... It might not be anymore. It was because WWE was hidden behind massive paywalls.
Yeah.
Now it's on Netflix. It's a lot more gettable. It's gone from being in the UK. It's gone from being about $50 a month down to about $10.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I would watch it more when it went on Netflix, and I really haven't, to be honest.
People said Logan Paul said he shouldn't be nowhere near a ring, and see how he's turned out. The thing is with Logan Paul is that he doesn't work week to week. His matches are very... how do I put it?
What are we going for here? Is it a double powerbomb? Yeah.
I say very rehearsed. Like, he doesn't...
Oh yeah, he does spend a lot of time doing everything, doesn't he? Yeah. Which is a good thing, though. I mean, it shows that he's respect for it, I suppose, isn't he? He's not going in there trying to wing it. I didn't update the old rankings of that second match, did I? Bruiser Lee suffered the loss. And then it was a win for the old Mongolian Beef. It's Mongolian Beef's first victory. It was only his second match, in fairness. I must admit, the Highway Raiders are looking like the stronger team in this one. This is debut for all 4 people, by the way. None of these have actually wrestled before for us.
Ah.
This is the first time we've seen them all. Yeah, for me, I still think Jade's very green. We expected when Jade left AEW and went to WWE, we expected her to get the continue progressing, but I don't think she's actually got any better. I'm not saying that she's bad. She wasn't bad when she was at AEW, but she's just limited. I don't think she's actually got any better since.
I would say she is the female Goldberg. You know, when you're in AEW and you've got a lot of squash matches, they're not very long. It's always that term of then the bell rang. And when you're going in there with somebody who's a lot more experienced in the ring and you've got to have longer matches, she's got more room for error, which she does have. I just think that it's pure image. If she didn't look the way she did, she wouldn't be where she is. It's my opinion. It doesn't matter for nothing. But she's a glamazon. She's a big girl. She's muscly. She's defined. She's athletic.
That's the problem, as well. She's a big, muscly woman, and the problem is WWE have already got those, and they're better quality. With Rhea Ripley and people like that, I suppose.
So Tony Khan must have said to Cargill, because it's got to be money. You didn't re-sign. Okay, well, they're offering me more money. All right, go then.
I don't think it is money. I think it's more because obviously WWE are an ongoing brand. That's what people want. That's why Stephanie Vaquer went to WWE. It's not because they offered her more money. They offered her significantly less than AEW.
Oh.
But she had the dream of, this was an interview not long ago, she said about it herself. She WWE offered significantly more money. AEW offered significantly more money, and then when she told WWE what she was offered, they said, we can't match that.
Yeah.
Enjoy your career. And she apparently broke down crying and said, no, I want to be in WWE. It's been my dream since a child. And I think that's a lot of people. It's a bit like, this is going to go over a lot of the Americans' heads now, but it's a bit like Cristiano Ronaldo. He came to Man United, but he, from a child, always had that dream of playing for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you... It's the same thing with Jade Cargill. I suppose it's more perceived sort of where you should be, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been this... I mean, look at Jordan Gray. She took a massive pay cut to go to WWE. Yeah.
That's probably why TNA probably couldn't afford to keep her. Because of the money she was on. Okay, if you want to go, gets us out of paying you. We've taken as far as we can. And we want to pay a racist to be on our show.
She's a racist.
Yeah. Tessa Blanchard, when all things fail.
She's AAA as well, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think WWE seem to care anymore. They had bloody Moose on NXT the other week, and Moose was...
domestic violence.
Yeah, he was arrested for pushing his pregnant wife down the stairs, wasn't he? Or girlfriend at the time.
Well, they fired Odyssey Jones, didn't they, for that very reason of suspicious domestic violence, which was never proven.
This is Hat McAfee, by the way.
Okay. You're very excited.
I mean, I think the entrance suits him perfectly, in fairness. It is one of the vaudevillains, though. I think it's is it Simon Gotch or...
Yeah. He's got a good knack to it. Black and white.
I think they're I think they just want to beat other people. They're just hoarding at the moment, aren't they? Really? It'd be interesting what they do with these people. Like, they had nothing for Rusev beforehand. I mean, Malachi, I think if they could have kept him, they would have done, to be honest. But I think he probably wanted to change himself. But I think with Rusev, what are they going to do with Rusev?
Stick him with Andrade in the mid card and forget about him. But
Yeah.
they say it's interesting to see WWE are shifting to more indie wrestlers. Well, I don't want to disagree with you, but who? Because if you would look at that NXT card, can you tell me one guy, or maybe two, that has been a standout in indie wrestling? Because I can't.
Depends what you mean by indie wrestling, I suppose.
Well, indie wrestling to me is when Triple H...
If you're thinking more about just the actual territories, like this guy, Jevon Edens, whatever his name is, he was massive in his area.
Okay.
But he was unknown in the rest of the country, more or less, I suppose.
Yeah. So to me, indie wrestlers was WWE taking on the Kevin Owens, the Johnny Garganos, the Tommaso Ciampa.
The problem is the indies are just not really much of a thing anymore,
No.
are they? I mean, Ring of Honor is now part of AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest indie probably I'm not going to say TNA's indie, they're probably ahead of
it's
indie.
GCW, isn't it?
It's GCW, and if you look at the GCW card from this weekend, it was mostly WWE people on there anyway, so there's not really...
They're taking over.
Yeah, it's not really a ton of indies out there now, I suppose.
Do you remember when PWG used to be a thing?
Yeah, they still do it every now and again. It's still Excalibur and that, isn't it? So basically, it gets to use all the AEW guys still.
Yeah. I just don't think it is as sort of prominent as it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago.
Julia, I suppose, Julia, well, depends what your class as indies, I suppose. Julia was Stardom, once she was a pretty big company. Stephanie Vercoeur was AAA, no, she was CMLL.
I mean, Phoenix and Penta were AEW guys.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, not necessarily indie, it's more like established wrestlers rather than college talent.
Yeah.
Because they were doing that thing where they wanted to create that. Maybe they've just realised that creating people from the ground up is just difficult. If you grab people that are already 75% of the way there, then it's a lot easier to, because you have to sign a hell of a lot of shit before you can find one diamond in the rough, I suppose.
I would say the one diamond in the rough when the WWE is concerned, as far as bringing people up from NXT, is probably Carmelo Hayes. He's the only one.
They've not really done much with him, though, have they?
He's just won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah, but he's had a pretty crap year since he got brought up. This hopefully will give him a bit of a boost, but
I mean, I don't think anyone else from NXT, male-wise, has gone up and went, right, I'm going to take this by storm.
Recently, maybe, yeah. I mean, obviously a while ago, yeah. Problem is, they've got that many people now. It's difficult to put them all in and give them...
Well, we've just seen 26 people in that Battle Royal. Not one of them's on Mania.
I've not seen it. I don't know why they didn't put that fucking match on Mania.
I know. Everyone could have had a Wrestlemania payday. We don't have to listen to Pete, whatever his name is, that bald guy, Rosenborg, and Sam Roberts.
Yeah, Carmelo was an indie guy as well, wasn't he, beforehand?
Yeah, so they could have...
Braun's a standout as well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have had a lot more done for a pre-show rather than...
Was Braun working on the independent scene before WWE signed him?
He was a...
Or did he come in completely green and start as fresh?
I'm sure he was completely green because he was a professional weightlifter. I'm sure that was his thing.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest with Braun. I've never really heard of him elsewhere before.
We're talking about Braun Strowman.
No, Braun Breaker.
Oh, Braun Breaker. No, he was... Oh, sorry. He was just a college standout. He was an American footballer.
So he came in with nothing apart from lineage.
Yeah, my dad's a Steiner. My uncle's a Steiner. I've got pedigree. I've got the physical fortitude. Get me in the ring.
I love the fact that they don't talk about Rick at all. They only talk about Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Rick started calling out Scott D'Amore's girlfriend's Adam's apple.
Yeah, was it Giselle Shaw?
Yeah.
Well, in this WWE climate, you've got to be PG, you've got to be PC.
But I bet Triple H hates his main event.
I think he came in green.
Not a white in sight.
And he's a diamond in the rough for sure. I think Braun Breaker, I can't stand the name.
Yeah, it's not a nice name to say, is it?
You should have just called him Bronson Steiner. I'm sorry, it's my opinion again. But Braun Breaker?
That's the thing, if you're going to make it so obvious that he is part of that family, why not just utilise... It's a bit like Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Like Curtis Axel, the son of Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. We'll just call him fucking Hennig then.
Yeah. But it was actually Michael McGillicuddy at the beginning.
I don't know why they think that they're just trying to make us feel like we're... Well, I think it's what people have said before, is like, they try and treat you like you're stupid. I think they don't do it as much anymore, but... It was like when they did the Lana, Mary and Bobby Lashley thing, and then halfway through them doing that, Rusev and Lana got married in real life, and it was the pictures on Instagram and stuff like that, which I think might have been the reason why they just stopped using them, because they got pissed off with them.
Is something going to happen here with Obafemi retaining? Is there going to be someone coming in to do a beatdown, or they're just going to end it on a retain? I don't know if this is live for everyone on stream. I mean, there's 2 people here, so I think it might just be New Gen and maybe Alfreus. But there you go, you have your triple threat, he retains.
But whose side is he on?
Yeah.
That's not a great table break, was it? I know there's a bit in this game, by the way, that reminded me of that. sometimes the referees are not very good with positioning themselves, and sometimes they'll just slap people in the face as they count in.
Nice.
Just like smash them across the face.
My name is Obafemi.
Obafemi. Oh look, he's got a Mutalok.
Nice.
Yeah, Mega's here.
Hello. So that's it. That's NXT. You got no one doing a beatdown. You got no return. You're just going to have him celebrate with the title.
So they had the tag team titles change hands. Obviously, the women's North American changed hands because it was vacant. But the two main belts have stayed the same.
I remember when NXT used to have people in the crowd debuting. What happened to them days? I miss TakeOver.
I don't think they've done it. I don't like that though. I hate that. I hate the one thing I hate the most of WWE is when they announce shit.
Yeah.
I was like, guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna bring back. Look, he's always gets his fucking name above Shawn Michaels as well.
Yeah, Paul Levesque, Lee Fitting, and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, just I hate when they do that. It's like when they did it a few years ago. They're like, by the way, The Undertaker and Goldberg are gonna be in the Rumble.
There you go.
Fucking just do it. Just don't tell us about it. Okay, Yokai defeated. You know what? As much as everyone else won't be happy with that, I am.
Lovely stuff.
Hat McAfee, in my mind, is supposed to be a jobber, but we've given him a chance.
Would have been a massive upset.
And Yokai is a guy that I like the look of, and I want him to do well because I paid for the mask. He is my... not necessarily,
all
but...
for financial gain.
That's it, yeah. He is the guy that I would like Jushin Thunder Liger to be... He's a Liger.
Yeah.
Basically because he's Japanese with a mask on. That's basically why he's Liger. I think I'd give him the... that's a terrible match, apparently. Only a 2-star match was the average viewer rating on that one.
Lovely.
And we move into our main event of the evening. The Border is going up against the Golden Sheik.
I break your back and make you humble.
Said the priest of the choir boy.
Oh.
What on earth is this? Okay, that's an interesting one.
So. Oh,
I'm not sure if that's a submission hold or something out of the Kama Sutra, to be honest with you.
Oof.
Sting's gone fucking Wolfpack now.
Jesus. I think he's just happy to retire so he doesn't have to pay for hair dye. He's just done. I want to be grey. I want to age. Okay. I've spent enough money.
Please re-dye it.
Look at my hairline. It's fucking thinning. Please let me just go grey.
Oh, these people.
That's him. That's that.
We're getting Mystico on NXT. No, you're not. Mystico works for CMLL, not AAA, you knobhead.
Let him have his moment.
Why has nobody called him out on this? Mystico and Mascara Dorada are not... Mascara Dorada's a CMLL guy as well, I'm pretty sure.
But he's not on that mini list, is he?
Mascara Dorada.
Yeah.
This is CMLL roster.
Ah. And they're working with AAA.
Yeah, I don't... Is he... I don't know if he might be being sarcastic.
Possibly.
I feel like he might be being sarcastic here.
You might get a bit of click on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad Iron Sheik impression, to be honest. Hey.
Oh, don't start him off. He'll continue doing
Hello, Baba.
Fuck Hulk Hogan. Here he is, the Border.
He looks like Skinner. He's mixed with Stan Hansen.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's Stan Hansen's entrance, yeah.
Yeah. Give him the ball ring. Yeah, that is Stan Hansen's entrance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair play.
The big dirty Texan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it must be. Sky Blue is here. I forgot Sky Blue was a wrestler. She did a knee in about 9 months ago.
Ah.
She's a fucking nutter though. She's been begging Tony Khan to do more death matches and he keeps trying to hold her off. She just wants to do just crazy shit constantly.
Getting paid.
So they brought Julia in as supposed to be like the main person they brought in. But the fans have so much more got behind Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah. Who actually won that match?
Vaquer.
Okay. Iron Sheik. Sheik, baby.
He is the Golden Sheik.
He is very gold.
Ooh, Nico Williams will miss tomorrow's game with an injury. Unknown whether he'll be able to get past the May Night semi-final.
If he's out, I'll be happy. I'll be very happy, actually.
New CM Punk is one of the nicest designs I've seen. It's just a black shirt with a fist on it.
Yeah. Could you imagine it?
I'd fucking take it.
But I suppose the thing is, I know we're diverting onto football.
Yeah.
They turned down 60 million from Arsenal. Was it 40?
Did you see that last night, by the way?
Didn't they kiss?
Yeah. Because Sean did this whole thing in his speech, didn't he, about promising that they only ever kissed once on television, and then Triple H came out and kissed him.
Oh, is that when he before? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So who is that massive bird then from that ID thing? Is she in the ID thing, or is she in that Legend Future?
Yeah, she's.
How many different versions of this they got going on now?
LFG.
So you've got Raw and SmackDown, you've got NXT,
Yeah.
you've got TNA, which is essentially WWE development now as well.
Yeah.
You've got GCW doing the ID tournament. You've got the Legends Forever Give Up, or whatever it's called, LFG, the Big Friendly Giant,
Yeah.
what it's called now.
They're talking about.
Footminder, made by Netflix.
Talking about Michelle McCall and that, you know she's going to be the new judge for the next season. So the judges are Billy Ray, Bubba Ray, Booker, Mickey James, Taker.
Has Booker been able to stay awake for the whole episode
Yeah.
yet?
Hello, Al, how are you? So they've got Mickey James going out after the first series, and they're bringing in Michelle McCall as the replacement.
Because she had such an amazing career, was such a top quality wrestler that it only makes sense that she passes that knowledge on to someone else.
It's a crock of shit, to be honest. I watched a couple of episodes. It's the same manufactured television that you'd find on pretty much every reality TV show.
Oh yeah, it's reality that's not real.
Yeah, it's there to garner ratings, and this guy's pissed off with this guy, puts it across as it's genuine, but it's not. It's manufactured, it's bollocks.
Go on, Border. If the Border wins this, by the way, he's guaranteed a place in the pay-per-view main event to fight to become the first world champion.
Okie dokie.
And at the moment it's looking like he's going to, or they just missed. Golden Sheik's been pretty bad so far, apart from they did win the War Games match at the hardcore tournament. So he's got a little bit of momentum, but it's not working that well for him at the moment. Border has been fucking brutal every match he's had. Bear in mind, everyone at the moment is rated the same.
Okay.
But Border, for some reason, I think some movesets are just powerful.
Ah.
And this guy's moveset is just domination.
Captain is your ball. Sorry. I just see gold.
And it's gold.
I've just described wrestling. What have I done? What did I say?
This is the problem with the delay. Oh, was it when we talking about the different levels of WWE and how many there are and...
Yeah, manufactured.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
Everything is reality television. It is. It truly is.
So there you go. So NXT World Collide takes place on June the 7th with AAA. AEW's is June the 18th with CMLL.
So Mexico are basically choosing who they want to do.
And you've got
with.
Fantastica Mania, which is obviously CMLL's main pay-per-view of the year.
And they're working with New Japan, AEW, Ring of Honor,
Pro, and New Japan Strong as well.
Right, okay.
I mean, that's going to be the better card, you'd imagine. And they've got 17th, yeah. I say, I don't think AAA has got the best... AAA may be the worst promotion in the world right now. Yeah, I don't... We looked at the roster, there was nothing there that really...
Wafer Fin.
Wafer Fin.
Wafer Fin.
Wafer. Why'd they give more fucking money to that?
What for? Oh, Jesus.
Black excellence.
There's been a win.
Yeah, the Border was always... He was just fucking brutal in this one.
Stan Hansen Jr.
Who's that? That's Butterbean.
Jesus Christ.
I honestly thought Butterbean was dead.
He needs a payday.
I honestly thought he was dead.
I want to see a picture of him and Batgun.
Yeah.
That'll teach you for knocking out Steve Williams.
I think you'll be waiting, mate.
We're going to put you in Wrestlemania Batgun. Yeah? Who we got? Butterbean. Is it a shoot?
Butterbean.
Yeah. He's going to knock you the fuck out. Okay.
Well, that was an absolute brutal victory.
Was that your main event?
That was the main event of the show, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I'd say the borders just on this game is just insane. I just don't think anyone's going to be able to beat him, to be honest.
Ah.
So Break and Wreck won that one. Yokai won that one. My mouse is frozen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go.
And then finally, the Border got the victory. So the Border is now guaranteed a place in the main event to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. And he will face the winner of Group B, which is El Carnero versus El Gimpo and Starboy versus Bam Bam Boombox, which will be on our episode of Throwdown. Ooh. El Grande Britannia.
What's going on here? Who's this?
That's Jay. I know that's fucking Jay. I can guarantee that's Jay.
Ah, El Grande Britanniano.
That's gotta be Jay.
Gracias, Granada, bueno, bueno, Kinder bueno.
Right, we move on. We'll do one more if you want.
It's your show.
We'll see how we go.
Oh.
So we've got in for this one already. Starting things off with the match between Starboy. Do. But he thinks he'll blow our mind. There's a Starboy. Up against Bam Bam Boombox. Well, that's supposed to be the main event, isn't it? That's not opening the show. So this will be El Carnero versus El Gimpo, the match of L's.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. I love some of the matches this game fucking suggests sometimes.
Beth Blizzard versus Cerberus.
So this is Bam Bam Boombox versus Starboy. Yes, you're gonna get to see Starboy in all his glory. I mean, that's it. We've got scheduling. Is there anything else? Yeah, well, the internet is just the problem with wrestling now. There's no way you can get away with anything in the internet. It's like you've had those two surprises at AEW recently. You've had Josh Alexander and you've had Speedball Mike Bailey, but everyone knew exactly who it was going to be on both occasions because of the internet, I suppose. A self-promo? No, we're fine, thanks. Anyone else you want to see today?
A good WrestleMania card?
I'm afraid I can't offer that. It's not something I'm able to offer, I'm afraid.
We might have to watch WrestleMania 17 just so we can watch a decent WrestleMania.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Right, question to the...
Should we do a 4-on-4?
A 4-on-4?
Should we try it? It's going to be brutal, I think, but we're going to go for it.
Okay, El Grande Briticano's looking forward to the Ray versus El Grande Americano. I think they did something very WWE thing with putting Chad Gable in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial, whatever it's called. They put him in the Battle Royal because he's two separate people.
Did they?
Yeah, they put him in the bloody Rumble. Well, the Battle Royal.
Well, both of them or just one of them?
No, just Chad Gable. Because they're trying to treat it like they're two separate people.
Okay. So
if they put a different attire on and covered his tattoo on the back,
so we had two matches in one night.
Yeah, it might be a bit different.
We'll have the Constellation.
Okay.
Who can they face off against though? Should we give them some randomers?
I think you've somehow managed to create the Freebirds.
Okay, the Freebird one was what we're aiming for, to be honest with you.
You have, because you've got the left-hand side looks... Well, you've got Michael P.S. Hayes with the fair hair. You've got Jimmy Garvin. You've got Terry Gordy. You've literally created the Freebirds. It's not Gable. How dare you assume? Don't get me wrong, it's a great storyline. I think it is good for television. It's not good for Mania. I can't. You can't tell me that match is in there and you haven't got a TLC tag. It's just... Ugh. Ugh. I'll tell you what it reminds me of, and you remember this, Shabby Gamer. Mr. America with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It's what it is. You know, I'm not Mr. America, brother. Take a lie detector test and all that jazz. I don't know.
That jazz.
I think he was doing perfectly fine with his American crew, the Creed brothers and the woman. I think that was perfectly fine. But, I don't know. I blame Brian Gewirtz and he don't even work for him anymore.
Who?
He was the lead writer for Raw back in the Ruthless Aggression era. He is actually The Rock's personal writer. So whenever The Rock comes back, he does all of his scripts, all of his promos. Good old Brian Gewirtz.
Brian Gewirtz.
Brian Gewirtz loves The Rock.
Who are we going to go for? I want to see my Jackman.
PJ, do you know the story about Dr. Death beating the crap out of Jimmy Garvin? And I think they will do a swap thing like Angle did with his brother in the Grande match. Okay, so the Eric Angle and Kurt Angle swap. It could be done. It could be done.
just swap him with Jason Jordan.
Yeah, why not? Is his son my black son? Do you know who Jimmy Garvin is, Shabby Gamer?
He's one of the Freebirds, isn't he?
When it's being nice about it. He was a Freebird, but he was Freebird light. So there was the original Free, and then when Terry Gordy preferred to work Japan, Buddy Roberts was knackered. They put Jimmy Garvin in there with Michael P.S. Hayes.
He was part of it when they released the Freebirds on the game.
And I wouldn't
he was
be surprised because Dr. Death beat the shit out of everybody. So if there was a backstage fight between the pair, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you'd have to tell us more about that.
I'm still waiting for the episode of Darkside on that one.
You've still got to catch up with all the Dark Side of the Ring.
I've got a lot to catch up on, yeah.
I literally watch it the day it comes out.
I forget it comes out, to be honest with you. I'm just writing this card down so I know what we're doing. This 8-man tag does worry me, but shit happens, doesn't it? I suppose if we have to skip it off, we'll skip it off.
Because how long it's going to be?
We've never tried it. That's the problem. It was in previous years it hasn't worked, but in previous years standard tag team matches didn't work, but now standard tag team matches do work just about.
Okay.
So there's a chance that it might work. Basically, they've changed the rules now, so you're only allowed to enter the ring once per tag to break up a pin.
Oh, bloody hell.
So, yeah, you're allowed to enter the ring once. So once you've saved the pin, you can no longer enter the ring.
Yeah.
So it means that you can only save it once. But then when there's a tag made, then it obviously refreshes the situation. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. That's there. That is a triple threat, which apparently I've not used before. I've used the words freeway.
Hey.
Love a good freeway, me.
Driving.
8-man tag. Joigen. Right, there we go. Okay, so we got this card here we're doing now. Then that's fine. Okay, save that bad boy. I don't know why entrances are now just off as a standard for some reason. Right, let's see what anyone said before we go too far.
Terry Gordy is an All Japan. He is Terry Gordy from All Japan. He was the tag of Dr. Death. They were the Miracle Violence Connection. There you go. Shabby, write that down.
They're already on the roster, mate.
Yes, they were the baddest, toughest, roughest tag team. What's the Japanese term for Gaijin? Is it Gaijin?
A foreigner.
Yeah. They were the biggest Gaijin tag in their history during the late 1980s, early 90s.
MJF and the Hurt Business is like Owen Hart and the Nation of Domination.
It is. I'll tell you what, that's a good shout. Yeah.
We hurt people. We hurt people.
How would you feel about that crowd part for that?
For what?
For the Hurt Business crew.
Oh, they love it. They're massively over.
But We Hurt People's the crowd interaction and they sing it and
the crowds are generally. I think the AW crowds are generally better, to be honest, because they are generally on it.
Well, I tell you, it won't be long until you see Cedric Alexander join AEW to join that crew.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few. I mean, you saw the Gates of Agony earlier. I think they could work, but they've already got a tag team essentially, haven't they? But it means that Bobby can focus. The thing is that I don't think they're going to take it because they've already got the tag team, haven't they? I don't know if Bobby would want to be a tag team guy moving forward, though. To be honest,
Jimmy Garvin in the Freebirds were working with the Midnight and Dr. Death in a 6-man. According to Cornette, they thought they could work like the Road Warriors.
Ouch.
I can't believe you've actually mentioned Jim Cornette in Shabby's stream and he hasn't blew a gasket at you.
We love a bit of Cornette, don't we?
No, you don't.
Press.
Oh.
I see. I actually agreed with them all recently. You've got that Cornette.
Oh my god, go back up.
What?
Oh me meow.
Paige, yeah.
Oh.
How did AAA get One World Collide and not TNA? That should be a freeway event, shouldn't it? Really, but there's nobody on. I suppose it is because some of the AAA guys work for TNA anyway, I suppose, don't they?
Well, that's what I was saying. They had a working arrangement not only maybe over a year ago.
Yeah.
I think that was a Scott D'Amore deal. He was the one I think he tied that all together.
Yeah.
They miss Scott D'Amore. It's not been as prominent since he'd gone.
Well, they said they wanted to get rid of him because of Hobbs and the Hurt Syndicate work pretty well, but now he's part of the Ops now because he's part of that 6-man tag, isn't he?
I think he'd probably be beneficial being away from there.
Yeah.
I know it's just because it's WWE. They was all together in that group over there. Then they do it over here. Cedric Alexander's a free agent after 90 days.
But you would do Cedric and Shelton as a tag team, wouldn't you?
You would, yeah.
Yeah.
And let Bobby go
but
for...
because Bobby, unless Bobby hands the title over...
I mean, this is controversial because I don't watch AEW on a weekly basis, if much at all.
I suppose they do have the 6-man tag titles, though, that they could go for.
Yeah. But how has MJF gone from being the longest reigning champion, best on the mic, in a faction sort of let me join you sort of storyline?
He's got big history of MJF.
He
is MJF with MVP.
MVP, yeah.
They've got a big history together. MVP apparently was one of his first mentors. They went into all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And it was MVP who came to him originally and told him that he should be champion. He hasn't been the champion for a while, and if he wants to become champion again, and gave me one of his business cards, then he decided he wanted to join, but MVP and Shelton Benjamin are not. They don't want him to join.
Okay. Apparently, Dr. Death got sick of their shit, grabbed an old school wooden chair, and basically broke it over Jimmy Garvin's head for a shoot. There you go. I am not surprised. I need to go for it, and I've got to go upstairs because I'm going to drop a bomb.
Seth aligns with Heyman tonight. Is it tonight? That is tonight, isn't it?
Tonight.
The 3-man power trip. We ain't going to get Kevin Owens in the 3-man power trip. He's out injured for 2 fucking years, isn't he? Alright, well, let's kick off with this show. We'll get something going in the background while we're talking crap, I suppose. So, for your throwdown card, then we're starting off with El Carnero versus El Gimpo in the G1 WrestleFest tournament style thingy. Akira Kobayashi versus Axel Crockett. Triple threat between La Abeja, Mystique, and Voodoo Mama Juju. We've got an 8-man tag we're going to try out. We've got the Constellation versus the new Caliphate. Bam Bam Boombox in the main event goes up against Starboy, and I think that is the chance to join the Border in the main event of WrestleFest to fight for the SWE World Heavyweight Championship. At the moment, Bam Bam has 2 wins from 2. Starboy has 1 win from 2. So Starboy has to win to trigger a rematch to be able to get the chance to even fight for the title, I suppose. Best way of putting it, isn't it? Right then, let's get into it. We heard people. We heard people. Cornette tells it better, yeah. I like Cornette, but I just don't like his... I like his stories, but not his opinions. I think he's very much stuck in the past, isn't he, I suppose? That's a very good point, you know. That's a very good point. There was some stuff, wasn't there, beforehand about Stephanie Vacourt and certain people within AAA with a history due to some sort of allegations that went around, and now they're doing a... There you go. She said she wasn't going to go to AEW because they employed Rush, and Rush was one of the people that supported her abuser. And now they're going to do a joint show with AAA where her abuser works. I sent a lot of people that helped out as well. Yeah. That is an interesting thing. Yeah, maybe she won't be there. Who knows? I doubt she won't be there, to be honest. I mean, working for WWE is a dream. I suppose she'll do whatever she can, even if it's not happy about it. Oh, I could press the button. I haven't pressed it yet. Right then, let's crack a lack on. PJ Tovey has gone to spend some time alone. Will Starboy cross the border? I don't think he can. He might prance across it. No, so AEW is doing a CMLL show, and NXT announced tonight they're doing a When Worlds Collide with AAA. And AAA have some people that... so Stephanie Vacourt was working for CMLL before she joined WWE. And I believe there were some people in AAA that... I don't know a lot about it, to be honest with you. You'd have to do some digging yourself, I suppose. But I'm sure I remember roughly at one time there was some talk about some people who defended her abuser working for AAA, including Rush was one of them, which is one of the reasons why apparently she didn't want to work for AEW. But who knows, I suppose. Who the frick knows? We'll have to find out. It's a bit like, well, people always say stuff. They always do it. I can guarantee that bloody CM Punk ends up work in Saudi Arabia like he said he wouldn't do as well, didn't you? A story about Big Boss Man getting a chair broke over his head. Well, PJ will be back in a second. I'm sure he'll be interested in that one as well. Did it happen in CMLL? Well, she was working for CMLL, wasn't she? But the people that were involved, I think, were no longer working for CMLL at the time. I know Rush was one of them. Not actually doing it, but Rush was one of the people that supported the person who was doing it. And I believe there's other people inside AAA that currently work there now that are involved. But again, you'd have to do some digging, because I don't honestly know, to be honest. I'm going off of something that I remember reading about 6 months ago, so I don't know a huge amount. I know Rush was involved, but... Oh, so they had Marty Skull there recently, apparently. Imagine doing a show with... I just don't understand. I mean, the world champion of AAA is Alberto Del Rio. I mean, it's up to them, I suppose, isn't it? It'll be fun. I always like to see mixed shows anyway, to be honest. So it'd be pretty fun to see how it pans out, but it's not one that I'm necessarily excited for. I mean, they've got Pro Wrestling Noah and all these people they've been doing work with. It made much more sense to do Pro Wrestling Noah at this point, because AAA's roster is rough at the moment. It's nowhere near what it used to be. Really rough. I mean, their roster looks tiny as well. Be interested to see who they do end up matching up with. And judging by Bloodsport over the weekend, it'd be interesting to see whether WWE let any of their own people lose, because that was... yeah, Bloodsport was very one-sided, shall we say. Oh, Gimpo doing well here, in control of the backbreaker. We hurt people. We hurt people.
Da, da, da.
Just saw on Twitter a minute ago that obviously Del Rio is the former champion. El Dio is the main champion of AAA at the moment.
Yeah, the mega champion.
And also one of their recent shows that took place in America, AAA had Marty Skullhide.
Oh,
I know I'd seen him wrestling somewhere recently.
Jesus.
Omega was saying there's also a story about Big Boss Man getting a chair broken over his head.
Yes, I do know about that one. I know about when he was Big Bubba.
Big Bubba?
Big Bubba Rogers.
Big Bubba Rogers. She's ignoring me. Yeah, the CAW, I don't know a lot about it, but she had some issues with some sort of abuse or some allegations at one point.
Okay.
And I don't think the people that were involved work there anymore, but is a booty popping moonsault.
Oh my god. That's a whole lot of arms, man.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting what happens with that, I suppose, but that's pretty cool. That top, I like that. Oh, there you go. Quattrato. He beat her so badly he was charged with attempted femicide, only for her current employer to announce a joint show with them while she's still their champion.
Well, didn't she walk out on AAA when she had dates?
No, she walked out on CMLL. That's where she was working. Oh, he's in the independent circuit now. Yeah, so it happened while they were both working for CMLL, and he was released. However, some of the people that defended him are still working for some of those companies.
Can't please them all.
Yeah, he was arrested with an arrest warrant in Mexico City in charge of attempted femicide.
What the hell is femicide?
Well, attempted murder of a female.
Ah, so homicide is a male.
I think homicide is just Homo sapiens. It's just, I don't know if it's like attempted of your wife or no. It is a term for murdering of women because of their gender. Okay, so it's specifically because it's a woman, not because it's just a person.
Wow, okay.
Homicide is just because you're a person. Femicide is when it's the reason behind it. So yeah, I don't know a ton about it, but yeah, well, if it was that fucking bad, he's still working now apparently though. On the independent circuit.
In the back mean streets of Mexico City.
They've got a guy called Black Terry.
Oh, Black Terry.
Black Terry. Yeah, because apparently she said one of the reasons she didn't want to work for AEW is because Rush was there, and Rush was one of the guys who defended him. But I don't know who else it was, but the people on Twitter. Apparently, yes, 25 mil for Cherokee's release clause. No. And after the other night, after what happened, I don't think he's going to want to go to us either. It's been a decent match this so far. It's been going the distance. That's a good point. Oh, he's got it. Old El Carnero's got the win. El Carnero. El Carnero. Well, basically that means now, because El Carnero won, we either have Bam Bam Boombox or Starboy. Both El Carnero and El Gimpo are out now.
Nice.
If Starboy beats Bam Bam in the main event, then they will have to face each other again, because they'll both have 2 wins out of 3.
Ah.
El Carnero was bottom of the rankings. He needed that win. And he defeated El Gimpo, who is there. And he drops a point. There we go. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boombox. Bam, bam, boombox. Kerry Von Erich going 60 minutes with Ric Flair while intoxicated.
True.
Is that a match or is that just some sort of sexual thing?
No. Do you want a bit of information?
No matter what I say, you're going to tell me anyway, so go for it.
So, Kerry Von Erich was the NWA champion because his brother died. So, it's supposed to be David Von Erich. So, he went to Japan, took some pills, OD'd.
Did he actually OD?
He OD'd. That motherfucker was on pills, and Bruiser Brody got rid of the pills.
It went down as a heart attack, didn't
Bollocks,
it? But...
that man was on the pills. And Bruiser Brody panicked and got rid of him.
I never watched the film, you know.
Oh, it's a great film.
Is it a good film?
Great film. Although they forgot about Chris Von Erich. He got sort of wiped from the film, which was a bit stupid.
Was he the actual Von Erich, or was he the one they brought in to try and be a Von Erich?
Do you know who played Lance Von Erich?
No.
MJF.
I knew that.
There you go. The Von Erich that won a Von Erich, and they got cut from the film.
Got it.
But no, Kerry was a known pill taker, cocaine user. But the thing is, you can say that he's very scary. You can say that Kerry was intoxicated. He was wrestling Ric Flair, who was a synonymous drinker. So they were probably both fucked. And not only that, Kerry Von Erich did it with one foot. So you can say he's legless, you can say he's footless.
Footless.
Yeah,
footless.
He had a prosthetic foot. But I'm sure the guy already knew that.
Omega's a big. Omega's not really a fan of the current day product. He prefers a lot of the older stuff. You ever seen some of the channels on here? There's some really cool, like, old school channels on here that have been uploading some really, really old school stuff. I'm
a big old sort of wrestling head. I'm a wrestling nerd. I don't watch modern day wrestling. I try. I struggle.
What's supposed to be like the best? Is it Kenta Kobashi versus Misawa?
Oh, that stuff was just hard.
I've never really watched it, to be honest. It's supposed to be like the best.
They hit the shit out of each other.
This is like the proper best match of all time sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's the dragon drive, the move that's now illegal. Kenta and
the Burning Hammer.
Burning Hammer, yeah, they did it.
Yeah.
And
you never guess what this guy's finishing maneuver is. Not this guy, the other guy, the Japanese guy.
Go on.
Burning Hammer.
Burning Hammer.
He's got 7 different variations.
So they put it on the game, but you're not allowed to do it in real life.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
They've also done the booty popping moonsault on the game, but
yeah. Fair play.
This is Axel Crockett.
Burning Hammer.
This guy became a real thing because I was doing a stock take at work and I had to count up Axel Sprockets and I thought it sounded like a cool name.
Axel Hammer.
Axel Sprocket. And then it just became Crockett because of the link to wrestling.
Okay. He could be the part of the Wolfpack. Easy.
Oh, yeah. Exactly, yeah. And people have avocado deliveries like every single fucking Friday.
They've got some bloody money, haven't they?
I know. I went to M&S the other day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's some good stuff in there, though, actually.
Yeah, it's bloody expensive.
There's some sausages. I think they're probably out of date now. They've got like we've got honey mustard cocktail sausages. They were lovely. They were.
God damn. But yeah, if you want to talk about 80s wrestling, NWA wrestling, I've got some form of knowledge. Don't get me wrong, it's probably not to the level of Alfarius, but I'm not bad.
Okay, I went straight in there with the forearm.
Luke can talk.
I'm bad.
Saying your name.
Everyone knows my name now.
There you go. Can keep talking from wrestling from 2000. I think that's when you can chime in and give some info.
I used to be really good with the indies, and now I just don't seem to watch as much anymore. I mean, it's stupid now because it's so easy to get now these days. I just don't really watch as much. I mean, have you ever been on? I forgot what it's fucking called now. Oh, there's a whole website that's just all independent, and you just sign up and you can watch it all for free.
It means you have to sign up to it, right?
Yeah, but there's so much on there. It's unbelievable. There's like a lot of things you heard of as well, like CZW and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
I keep meaning to sign up for New Japan for a while and just watch the classic stuff and then unsign. Because I think they went back and they've done all of the old Wrestle Kingdoms with English commentary now.
Mm. As I say, I don't know about are these both Are both of these guys from the UK?
No. I think Jay, if that is Jay, I'm sure that's Jay. He's UK. I think he's Prestonish, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, Omega's American.
So Omega, in the UK, many moons ago, we were very lucky to have a channel called the Wrestling Channel, TWC. And that is how we, well, for myself and maybe you, we found a lot of independent wrestling by watching the channel because it was free to air. So we watched Noah, CZW, MLW, TNA. So if you couldn't afford to watch Sky because it was expensive, it was pay watch the WWE, is how I learned about other companies. It was great times and it was free.
Said they aired the first 10 minutes of Flair versus Kerry on TV and said that Kerry was competing against doctor's orders.
Well, I think the match he had with Lawler at Super Clash 3, he was definitely on something. Did you hear about that match?
No.
He had a title versus title unification against Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lawler was the AWA champion and Von Erich was the World Class champion. And the match had to be stopped because Kerry Von Erich was pissing blood everywhere. And when I say everywhere...
Oh, Axel Crockett got the win.
He couldn't see a thing. It was going in Lawler's mouth. And Lawler was basically off the record when he weren't of sound of mind. He was off his head. And when you've got all that blood just profusely coming out, it's either, whether it's alcohol, most likely, blood thins when you drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And you piss out even more. When you look at Eddie Guerrero versus JBL.
Oh, we said about that earlier,
when
didn't
he
we?
done that blade job. He might have had a few tequilas before that match. Plus the steroids.
Tequila. It makes me happy.
The term being on the juice is something else. Female freeway.
Love it. I normally Google these, but
Hey.
what is that website called? I looked at it before and I can't remember what it's bloody called now. I can't remember any of it. Not even roughly what it was called.
There's only a few channels I watch on YouTube, and that's the WWE Vault, the WCW Vault.
Oh, they got there, independent wrestling television. That's it.
Ah.
How I couldn't remember that, I've got no idea. But yeah, you sign up for this.
Okay.
CZW. This is just CZW, obviously, but video on demand. You've got DOA, C4. There's literally loads of different companies all around the world.
A lot of independents.
Yeah, it's all independents, but a lot of them. I think the majority of the shows are all free to watch.
Okay.
Chad Kruger versus something Beyond. I think some of them you might have to pay to watch. Get the Kaza, Nick Gage. They've got some of the older stuff. I'd like some of the old Combat Zone Wrestling stuff, but WWE ID Showcase. No, it's fucking not then, is it?
No.
Fuck the ID.
How can we sign you so you don't go anywhere else? Just sign this super developmental deal. Just means you can't go to AEW.
Fucking all went well for Zilla Fatu, didn't he? He thought he was too big for everyone, started charging stupid money, then didn't get his fucking WWE signing.
Yeah.
It was Aaron Rourke, I've heard of that.
No idea.
Is that a bad card? I don't know about that one. Joseph Alexander. Oh, that's Joseph, not Josh Alexander, isn't it, I suppose?
All I know there is Dijak and Fatu. I don't know any. Megan Bain.
Yeah, I've heard of Ashley Vox, no idea who she is.
No idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of names there I recognise. I recognise Everett, but it's not Andrew Everett, it's Ava Everett.
It's probably his daughter, son.
I don't think he's that old, to be honest with you. What's this one? Ladder match. Wheeler Yuta versus Austin Luke. Aaron Rourke again versus Joey Janela. Zeta Steele.
And that's what I was going to say. I don't think I mentioned to you. You know the Battle Riot?
Yeah.
Do you know who was doing colour commentary?
No, go on, tell me.
Austin Aries.
I didn't know that, yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
Speedball Mike Bailey versus Robbie Eagles. That's not bad. The Beast Mortis versus Marcus Mathis. I've heard of him as well. Yeah, I'm always tempted. The thing is, now I'm staying all this time in hotels. I probably should sign up for something like this and then just
Yeah, but will you actually watch it?
Well, someone showed me the other day, you can get a thing now, which is a USB-C to HDMI.
Ah, yeah.
So you plug your phone straight into the telly
And then
in a
eject it
hotel,
off. Yeah.
and then you can watch all the stuff you want to watch. So I think for me that might be... Because again, I mean, I was in that hotel the other night and I had a Skybox. I thought, this is great, I can watch all the telly I want. Then I realised just how fucking bad television is.
Yeah.
And I ended up just playing Foot Manager on my phone anyway.
I've got a...
Tape of the Von Erichs going up against Jimmy Rave in Dallas.
Jimmy Rave? You've only had a sip of your beer?
Jimmy Garvin.
Jimmy Garvin!
Jimmy Garvin.
In World Class Championship Wrestling.
I had a couple of those, didn't I?
What's that?
WCCW, didn't I? I had a couple of really old tapes, I remember I did. Like 80s tapes.
Oh yeah, I remember you bought them off the market.
Yeah, I can't remember what they were from, but...
I think it was just general...
Voodoo Mama Juju. Voodoo Mama Juju.
Yeah, the documentary is really good. Obviously, there's no doubt in my mind that Alfred has already seen the rise and fall of the World Class Championship documentary. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, I can definitely assume he has.
I have not. I've not watched any of them, I don't think.
Yeah, we don't do documentaries.
No, I did for a while. I just got a bit... Yeah, I preferred watching shows, to be honest.
There you go. I'm the other way.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay.
He scored again.
Of course he fucking has.
What goes around comes around, part 3. I think he thinks it's a much bigger thing than it is. He's just happy. He's getting them booked,
He's getting paid.
So Josh Rosetzi just beating someone up.
Isn't he supposed to be injured?
Yeah, he's out for the season. Yeah.
They're fine of me, boss.
Fucking TNA. It'd be interesting to see what happens with TNA moving forward, though, because I just don't. Yeah.
He has seen it. It was a while ago. Yeah, it's on YouTube. If you ever fancy re-watching it, it's really good. They basically, because the Von Erichs had so much tragedy, they faked Fritz Von Erich having a heart attack. A lot of fans just went, there's real life, and now there's that.
I don't know if WCW had a vault. Is there an ECW vault?
No.
Is that too...
You know WCW's got a vault on it. You showed me it.
Oh, did I tell you? Okay.
Yeah.
Have they got the match I want, though?
Which one?
Go on, you know the match I want to see.
What, the Ray versus Guerrero match?
No.
Oh, Vampiro Sting. Human Torch match. Oh, no. So I've gone from...
How did you know?
The greatest WCW match of all time to that.
How did you know that was the one I wanted?
I don't even know what pay-per-view it was on.
I've always said that we should do like a... You know, like people do a book club?
Right.
We should do like a wrestling club.
Right.
But we get together at the weekend. We pick a show.
That's a watch-along.
No, watch because I can't watch it along, can I?
Hey.
But basically, either we could do like we could run it through on 2K and just chat about the show. Like every week we set a show to go away and watch next week.
Ah.
And we come back and have a chat about it. And
well, I know it was around 2000. Vampiro and Sting. But Jesus, of all the matches.
I don't know what it was. When I was younger, I just really liked... I've always liked dark, twisted characters.
Okay.
Hence why Taker being my favourite, Brody Lee, Malachi Black. They've always been the ones that I've enjoyed.
We are now El Grande, Shabby Gamer, and El Grande, PJ Toby.
You just call me fat.
No, it's El Grande.
El Grande.
El Grande.
It took me far too long to realise that was a large black coffee. El Grande Americano is a large black coffee.
And, yeah. 1 second. For the sake of sake.
Make a lot more sense with the latte, wouldn't it, really? But
Vampiro versus
I doubt they've
Sting.
got a Human Torch match on YouTube, to be honest. Oh, look at that. Full episode involving Storm and Norman Smiley or Thunder.
Boom.
How much they got on it? They got playlists?
Yeah.
They've not really uploaded a ton, though.
We've got 1 minute 53 of the Human Torch match. That's more than enough. So no, they've got a lot of pay-per-views. Basically,
Arcade, Uncensored. What's a good one though?
Oof.
What is a good one? If I was forced to sit down and watch a WCW event on this, what would be a good one? Fritz was probably the only member of the family not on drugs.
Yeah, you're right there. He was too busy shafting the company for money. Well, he didn't shaft them, he was just struggling. He couldn't keep the company afloat. As far as a full event?
Yeah, if I was forced to sit down and watch a full thing here. Super Brawl?
Anything from
Hogan
97.
versus Vader, Sting versus Savage.
Anything from 97. That's all I'd say. Everything else.
Conan versus Eddie Guerrero.
At your own will.
97.
Anything from 97.
Not 98, not Booker T versus Eddie Guerrero for the TV title.
God,
96.
Again.
Hogan and Savage enter
In
the Doomsday.
where they beat 8 men.
Yeah, but it's Hulk Hogan, that's what happens.
And one of the guys was called
Akira Hakotu versus Medusa.
Yeah, I wouldn't put your neck out for that.
Akira Hakotu is basically one of the best Japanese female wrestlers of all time. In theory. 97. The Steiners versus Harlem Heat.
There you go, you got Sting versus Vampiro at Spring Stampede. I think that's no Human Torch match.
Flair Vader inside the Thunder Cage.
Yeah.
It's the Thunder Cage.
I mean, the thing is, with the WWE, as soon as Netflix took the rights to the company, they've got all of this content. It was all...
Flair Steamboat. Never watched it. Is it any good?
Oh, what, the best of 3? Oh, no, God, no.
Sting versus Rude, Flair versus Steamboat.
So they had to do something with all the content, and now they've just stuck it all on YouTube. Well, I wouldn't say all of it on YouTube.
No, it's a very small amount, to be honest.
I think over time... have you done the WWE Vault as well?
Is this the right one? This is just WCW?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got the WWE Vault as well. There's not some bad things on here, because originally it was just the WWE, and you'd have like random bits on there. But for this one, you've got matches, pay-per-views. Excuse me. I actually ended up watching the...
Is there NXT one as well, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is it NXT
I'm
channel?
not sure, actually.
I'm sure there is an NXT channel, yeah. I'm sure there was. Either that or they just started...
WWE NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I know they started uploading all the takeovers on here, so you can watch the classic takeovers.
That's new.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good. They're the first Clash, I think. The first
Clash of the Champions.
Was that WCW?
Oh god, the first Clash of the Champions was what, 1988? I think that was Sting Flair, where Sting and Flair went Broadway. And if I'm stand corrected, I apologise, but I'm sure that was the Clash 88.
Clash of the Champions 3, 1, Sting,
Clash of the
Flair,
Champions.
Luger.
Sting versus Flair and Luger and Wyndham versus the Horseman. There you go, got some.
That's the full event. It's only a 2-hour show.
Yeah. That's going pretty. Basically, at that time, it was there to compete with Wrestlemania. It was a free-to-air pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And their product was better than WWE. Because you've got to think, back then it was all kick, punch,
Everyone's product's better than WWE.
Well, even then, the NWA was better. So if that was to inflate someone's ego, then it's the truth.
But NWA's terrible, isn't it?
Well, technically, that was the NWA.
Yeah, I mean, I asked this question on the last stream, right?
Yep.
The current NWA
Yep.
is still the original NWA, isn't it?
Yep.
It's not just like the
No, it's the NWA.
yeah, not just like the thingies run out and someone else has taken over.
No. Billy Corgan still owns the NWA.
Yeah. Go on if you're up, yeah.
Yeah, there's a really good documentary about that. It's Corgan, Billy. It's an NWA television series. I think it only got commissioned for a season. It's quite good.
Okay.
There's a documentary out there. I've seen it.
Yeah, I just seen a thing a minute ago said that the fact that Fraxium lost the tag team championships, the fact that Roxanne didn't win the championship, the fact that Ethan Page didn't win the championship means all three will probably end up getting promoted in the draft.
After Mania.
But then again, the Raw after Mania it never seems to be that anymore. It used to be the really cool show when people started to step up to the next level. In the last few years, it just hasn't happened. For me, the Raw after Mania should always be a draft. Just shuffle the rosters up.
Press the reset button.
Just hit the reset button.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to do, and it just seems boring. I don't know why they haven't done it. That was nice. Referee's taking a bit of a bump here by the looks of it.
Excuse me. So we currently still have 3 viewers. That's good. We had 45 views.
The problem is I've not been consistent enough with the streaming, so it's not really... when we were consistent, we were getting like 10, 15 people, and we were getting like 1 to 200 across the whole show, but...
I think further as the night go on, depending on how pissed we can get, I think the viewers might diminish. Just a constant slur.
We'll probably end up finishing up at some point now, I imagine, let everyone get ready for Mania.
Yeah.
We can do some random shit here. What random shit can we do?
Oof, plenty. We've got a lot of time to fill, buddy. It is currently 10 to 10 UK time.
My fingers are still twitching a bit.
Well, I was going to do a quick stream whilst you're in the background.
Yeah, knock it out. I'll just put Foot Manager back on.
There you go.
We can do a football stream. We'll do a Man United stream next.
There was someone on the stream who actually, there's a few people who still remember you.
Is there?
Yeah.
The only name I remember is River, and I don't know why. It's the only thing I remember.
River's still about. There's a woman called
river.
Bex from Bolton.
I remember there was one from Burton, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah, there's one from Burton. And there's...
Jay, were you at Preston or you Stockport? If you're still there. El Grande Briticana Nanano.
That will admit that he is the real person. Is he gonna...
It is him, I know.
Is it gonna break kayfabe?
I know it's him because the way he writes.
Ah.
I've got quite good at this now, to be honest. Like, I know that's Omega, even though he's called Atharius. He's changed his name, but I know it was Omega anyway still.
Okay, so he is Jay Gable.
Jay Gable, yeah. I'm sure he was definitely outside of Manchester somewhere. Mystique got the win. Nice. I like Mystique, but the last couple of years we've had her, she's always just been crap.
They had really good songs as well.
What did they do, Mystique? I've heard of it.
All I want is to be with you.
So there's 2 options here. Either I've never heard of that before, or you're just terrible. It's one or the other.
Mystique, 3 women band group.
See, I've got that name ready to go. Donna Matrix.
Donna Matrix, you dirty bastard.
I was going to go Donna Money, but...
Uh,
It's the greatest match of all fucking time, this bad boy.
has that ever happened to you before?
It's because of lots of false finishes. It's just like real life. It's 5 stars!
There you go, 2 more matches.
Yeah, but this one is a...
Shall I get comfortable now?
It should be okay. It might go a bit of a distance, I must admit.
Oh, there we go. The difference, I changed my name while Jay has 20 different accounts.
Yeah, I bet if I click on... I don't know if this is Jay's normal account or not, but... channel activity. It might not be 2 years ago. No, this isn't Jay's normal. Jay's got a proper account. He's got his own channel, I think. Which is called Underground. I think it is. I follow him, I'm sure I do.
We're going underground.
Where the fuck's my fucking train?
I'm just going to your subscribers and...
I've got too many.
Aye.
I'll never find it.
Aye.
I wish I had more, like... Well, we got one more tonight.
Oh, did we?
Only 11 short of 8k now.
Did we get a sub?
Yeah, bear in mind I've not actually released a video. My last video was released on the 13th of March, before but November to the 8th of March. And I did the ones when this game came out. I've not done any since.
Nice.
Probably should knock some out at some point, but I say I've been trying to do the old drug dealing game. I've got all the 2-point museums ready to go, so I haven't edited any of them yet. I've been recording all these as well, but to be honest, the problem with these is we end up chatting with chat.
Yeah.
When you upload the video separately and chat's not there, it's a really out of context conversation.
Yeah.
So I do worry about uploading these, I must admit. Here you go, Mega. This one's for you, by the way. We've got the whole of the Constellation bar Starboy in a 8-man tag team match. Got Big Drew Strawberry's got a funny hat on and everything. He's a big lad.
Always alpha.
So the Constellation, hence the stars.
They are the most 80s group I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I should be a lot more consistent with the colorations of the attires, I think. The black and pink is mainly, but Lex Wyndham has gone down his own.
He's got the stars.
Yeah, he is very much...
He is the Bret Hart from the Hart Foundation. He just wants to be a bit different.
Yeah. He had his debut in the previous episode, not like we did, our previous stream. And he got a victory. Looked pretty good, to be honest. He's rocking a very Rick Rude-esque moveset. Big Drew Strowman is as tall as you can be on this game.
He is massive.
And he's a giant, which is new in this year's game, and it makes him so overpowered.
He is huge.
Because anybody who's not a powerhouse can't pick him up.
No.
He didn't even fit in the camera then. Yeah, 80s was the idea. I think a lot of the... we've sort of gone more 80s with this, because in the 80s, people were so more overly gimmicked.
Yep.
So everyone's got, like, gimmicks at the moment, so it's...
But the thing is, the 80s were very gimmicky. 90s was your job. So basically the dustman, the dentist.
Yeah.
So the 80s were very much a, here's your gimmick. Nice. So is the Golden Sheik the leader of this crew?
Yeah. You got the tag team of the two guys wearing the same attire.
Yeah.
You've got Captain Mustafa, who's more of a manager, but he's a bit like an MVP.
Okay.
He's a manager, but he can go in the ring.
So he's more like General Adnan.
Yeah. And the Golden Sheik is supposed to be the leader, but he's been shit for the last couple of years.
They do look like AOP with towels on their head.
Yep.
That's cool.
Guess what the moveset is?
Go on, AOP.
AOP.
AOP, okay.
What else has happened in the world? AEW partners with New Japan, so WWE partners with Noah. AEW partners with Stardom, so WWE partners with Marigold. AEW partners with CMLL, so WWE partners with AAA. AEW announces UK Tour, so WWE announces UK Tour.
It's not a coincidence.
Looking over the shoulder.
Yeah. Right, here you go, your first 8-man tag.
Okay, the Tony Fumble chance. Wrestling at 11 AM local time and a curtain jerker for the entire weekend. Then a half-empty arena for literally a worthless belt.
True. You can't deny it.
That Zarya, the one with the red hair and the face paint,
Yep.
she's the one who does the F5 as a finisher.
Nice. No one should ever kick out of the F5.
Ouch. I won the championship. He's another guy who's putting on a fake African accent, isn't he?
Is he really? I thought he was genuinely Nigerian.
Hank and Tank. Why the fuck did Hank and... And they're wearing jorts as well.
Oh no, they're the worst. They are Heavy Machinery 2.0.
I would like to do another heel run after... This is a heel run in my opinion.
It is.
But as I said before, I hate really over faces. I just think they're terrible. I like the tweener.
You need Tommy Invincible in there. Have you ever seen that guy?
No.
You've never heard of Tommy Invincible?
I recognise the name.
Oh, he's an...
Is that the only team in the Europa League not beaten yet?
Yeah, he is the quintessential indie guy who comes out to a Wrestlemania theme song.
That's nice, isn't it?
And he comes out to... That is really crisp.
Yeah.
Is that a call?
Yeah.
Leave off.
Yeah, the acolytes, but that you got to be part of the Discord server to get them. Looks like
that is some time.
It might be mods maybe.
You would have thought they were in the game.
Well, they more or less are, aren't they? Just different attires, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. But the APA.
Liverpool have identified Morgan Rogers as a key summer target. Good on you.
I think everyone in Europe would class Morgan Rogers as a key summer target.
The only person who doesn't think he's any good is Thomas Tuchel. The wealthless belt could describe most titles, and yeah, it's true, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of... Wait. Bit of synchronisation coming down from the ring there. And he,
what was it? It was the North American Championship. It's the upper mid card of developmental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ethan Page was the NXT champion a few months back, wasn't he?
Yep. I don't know.
The thing is Ethan Page. So Ethan Page cut a main event TNA.
Yeah.
So he left and went to AEW. He cut a main event AEW, so he left and went to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He cut a main event Ring of Honor, so he's gone to NXT.
And then went and done a TNA show.
Yeah.
With Frankie Kazarian and it wasn't Frankie. He had an in-ring skit with Frankie and had a main event against.
Don't fuck this up. There we go. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad worker. I just don't think he has main event potential.
He's the Canadian Miz. Good on the mic.
I don't think he's that good.
He's okay on the mic. I mean, that video of that guy putting himself through the table, because Ethan Page was on commentary in that skit, where someone put the chair to the ring, and then the guy just stood there and threw himself into the table.
I like that.
Ethan Page was on colour.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he done something good that I remember.
That's Mystery Vortex Wrestling, I think. It's Mystery Vortex Wrestling. It's run by Evil Uno. It's Evil Uno's company.
There's so many damn things.
So many of the damn things. Oh, you must hate our universe mode then, mate. We've got like more fucking belts than
AEW.
Oh, we've got many more than that, yeah. I still think everyone moans about the amount of belts that AEW have got, but WWE have got more.
They do. The Speed title is the most prestigious title in all of the internet.
I think having championships allows you to be a lot more lazy with booking, because you don't have to make proper feuds. You can just feud over a championship.
Exactly.
The problem is that everyone assumes that you have to have a championship to be good.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you're no good because you've not held the championship or this, that." And when really it doesn't necessarily matter.
I agree.
You can do a Mania watching on now.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, nice. He's ended up in the trio himself. I like championships, I must admit. Some of them look ugly though. I don't like the WWE ones. I like ones that. I don't like the ones that are just a massive logo, WWE logo. I think they look terrible.
Anything's better than the spinner belt, mate.
Oh yeah. That's the thing with Athena's spinner belt, is she's still got the Ring of Honor championship. She's just got that extra belt on top for some reason.
Oh, you didn't get all of that.
I think Billy Starks gave it to her as some sort of like special. Billy Starks, but there's another one. So the Billy Starks and Nick Wayne were two people that AEW signed before they were legally allowed to wrestle on telly because of their age.
Gotta get him.
So Billy Starks, I remember seeing a picture of her online, and she went to a prom covered in bruises from wrestling the night before. She was covered in bruises.
Good girl.
Well, yeah, we assume they were from that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She looks happy to be there. Oh, okay, it's because she's Welsh and they put the English national anthem up, that makes sense. Oh, please fucking no. This guy just...
He's injured. Don't worry about it.
He can't be injured. He wrestled the pay-per-view 2 days ago.
Oh, there's a winner.
Oh, fucking hell.
Tom Campbell, the guy from What Culture. Oh, wait, sorry, Cultaholic.
But he was on the pay-per-view the other night.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in a mixed tag match.
Oh, God, no.
It was him and Slasher Mamovich.
But he'd be a guy who'd take a pin.
Yeah, but
He'd be the guy to take a pin.
Again, I've said before, though, I mean, I don't have to like something to understand why it's being used, and it would make sense for them to use him at Mania. I just hope to God they don't.
It's an open challenge.
Thing is, he does my head in as well, because he just tries to force his hand into everything. I don't know why I follow him on Twitter for, because that's all he ever does is just beg online. It's like, at GTA 6, I think you need this song on your radio station. At Fortnite, if you're looking for a new skin, pick this one. And it's just constant. He's pushing himself and pushing himself. When really, I think his day in the sun is gone. He had his hype a bit like Fandango.
Same with LA Knight. He had his moment.
Yeah, WWE aren't necessarily, and TNA were terrible for not utilising it at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point where it was so obvious they needed to pull the trigger on him, and they left it about 6 months too late.
Yep.
I'm really struggling to find these people on the roster.
4 matches down, 1 to go. Oh.
Where the fuck are they? Captain Mustafa and the Golden Sheik. Boom, okay.
Boom, boom.
Say his name and he appears. Please don't be Joe Hendry. WWE has 12 championships on the... It was a count-out win. Oh, it got really close to that earlier on. Maybe the 8-man tag doesn't work too well then, because they keep getting caught up by people on the outside. I mean, we did 6-man tag a few times last year, but we ended up doing 6-man tag tornado elimination.
So they didn't get the count out.
So there was no count-outs then, no. Yeah, no one actually knows how to book anymore, no. He's got the headphones on because he's a boombox, isn't he? Yeah, so this was a fully randomised CAW originally, and he had this coat on.
Okay.
Which is why we just leant fully into Scott Hall. He had the hair as well. He had the hair and he had the jacket, so we had to lean fully into Scott Hall.
Mm-hmm.
However, so we're going to have a tag team partner for him as well.
Go on.
His tag team partner is going to be called Petrol.
Petrol. Diesel?
Yeah.
Sake.
Jeez. Petrol. Fucking GCW. There's just too much GCW this weekend. I mean, I appreciate a show, but doing 9 shows across 3 days.
It's WrestleMania weekend.
They're just milking it, aren't they? Oh, yeah.
All the people are in town for one thing.
Saying that, Ring of Honor just announced a new championship, haven't they, as well? He's doing the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship.
Okay.
So, technical women's, which surely... Here he is, the man.
The myth.
The leg end.
Ric Flair's entrance.
Oh, yeah. He's got... Well, he's the leader of that stable, isn't he? So he's going to have...
Okay.
He's got figure 4 as a finisher.
Yeah.
He also has the natural selection as a finisher.
Yeah.
And a figure 8.
Yep.
He was the champion in last year's game.
What a call. And
he has to win this match to stand a chance of being champion again. Why don't... Every time I see a picture of Dean Malenko, he looks depressed and unhappy to be there.
You do know that he can't really walk and he has a fucking mobility...
Doesn't mean he can't smile.
He's not a very happy man.
Next Friday.
What's that?
Malachi.
Malachi Black.
So he's not going to be at Mania then. 25th of the 4th.
So he's debuting on SmackDown.
Yep.
Okay.
Not even good enough for Mania.
So it's not going to be Aleister Black.
I like these two as well.
Is it going to be Rusev?
It's possible, but
They need a pop.
Does Rusev give you a pop? It's going to be fucking Joe Hendry, isn't it?
It could be Joe Hendry.
It's going to be Joe fucking Hendry.
And then Joe Hendry takes the fall.
Because did he give the belt back? Because I saw him doing
I don't know if he rescinded it, because he was injured.
I saw a promo where he said, because I'm the champion, I've always said if I can't defend the championship, I couldn't be champion. I don't know why he's Irish all of a sudden. Let me have a look on the TNA website. Because he was not in a championship match at the pay-per-view. TNA Championship. No, yeah, the TNA Championship is currently held by Joe Hendry. Steve Macklin is the current international champion. Talking of piss poor, Moose has been the X Division champion for 174 days. The Hardy Boys are the tag team champions still. Masha Slamovich is the Knockouts champion. And the TNA Tag Team Women's Champions are Ash by Elegance And Heather by Elegance. Who the fuck is Heather by Elegance? Heather Reckless. Oh my god. There's no fucking elegance in Heather Reckless, I'll tell you. Yeah, that Rice didn't go down too well, did it? Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fucking Joe Hendry. It's obviously gonna be Joe Hendry now.
It's okay, we'll get someone from TNA.
Well, Karrion Kross doesn't get the pop.
Karrion Kross, no, he doesn't.
I don't know who it could be. I saw rumours of Solo Sikoa, but that doesn't really make much sense either.
Not really. He weren't in the Battle Royal. I don't know, was Tonga?
Oh, fucking hell. That's alright, he just did a springboard Pele kick. So if Bam Bam wins this, it's Bam Bam Boombox versus the Border for the SWE World Heavyweight Championship at the pay-per-view. World Heavyweight Championship of the World Heavyweight Championships. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that would make sense, to be honest. Joe Hendry would get you a massive pop and he could easily take the pin.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about.
Okay.
Is he in Las Vegas? Yep.
Boy, isn't that out in Vegas? It's gonna be fucking Joe Hendry. And Santino's got a bit of packaging on down there, mustn't it?
That's a package.
This is Italian stallion, that is. Next week, huge boos. TLC match, huge cheers. No, I don't think so. Big Bronson Reed?
No. No, it won't be Cardona.
Not Matt Cardona for one more match?
No.
Zack Ryder turns up for a match at Mania?
Again? Really? I mean, it could, but he still has never come back. Not even for a one-off.
Yeah.
Every Royal Rumble, will Matt Cardona be in it? And every Royal Rumble, Matt Cardona is not in it.
Starboy going with the elbow. Big elbows. Oh. The lights have gone out. What's gone on here?
Ooh.
I don't know what's going on here. What the hell's going on here?
There's a photographer.
I have never seen this cutscene before. What the hell is this? It didn't fucking work. Oh, straight into natural selection. Did he use that distraction himself?
On that note, that is Shabby's booking.
That is interesting, and that now means that Starboy is joint equal with Bam Bam Boombox, which means that we're going to have another match next episode to be able to decide who goes onto the pay-per-view. Either that or we do a triple threat.
That's how you finish a show. How the run-in creates a diversion and backfires.
That I quite enjoyed that, to be honest, though.
No, it's refreshing that you've seen something new for the first time.
Come on, Omega, you're the only one here. We'll let you decide. Omega, do you want to see a buffer match next week between Starboy and Bam Bam Boombox to decide who joins Border? Or do we go for a triple threat? Bam Bam Boombox versus Starboy versus Border for the main event of the pay-per-view fight for the championship? Wrestling has become a bunch of stupid shit being done for a cheap pop. It's true, to be honest, yeah. That basically it describes exactly what we're talking about with Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
It's just a cheap pop. It's a big crowd noise. There's no real quality to it.
No.
He's perfect WWE though, Joe Hendry. He's just got a catchy song they can market and no real in-ring ability.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be The Miz.
Could be The Miz.
Big E? No, if Big E's going to return, it'll be part of the tag team championship match, I would imagine. He'll be there just to cause havoc. Not Jimmy Havoc, that's different. Someone said NXT Worlds Collide takes place at the Kia Forum again June the 7th against AAA. Response is, I can't wait for Alberto El Patron versus Josh Briggs.
Oh. Mega.
The only people that are excited for this show are people that generally don't know what AAA is.
AAA batteries.
Yeah. People are saying that Triple Threat is a match of the year contender, but we didn't really watch it properly.
No.
Tiebreaker, it feeds into the Blood Feud, Starboy and Bam Bam. Yeah, I think Starboy and Bam Bam could be two people we set up as, like, you can set, like, enemies.
Yeah.
I think we set those as permanent enemies. Even when they're not feuding, there's still a chance they're going to fuck each other over. You think a tiebreaker? Yeah, we'll do a tiebreaker. I shall put that in the show for next time around. So Starboy by pinfall. It was a dusty... I'd never seen that finish before with the cameraman, though.
That was a Harvey Whippleman special.
That was... Yeah, it was definitely bizarre. I think I know what it is, though. I think it is one of the... one of the comebacks this year.
Ah.
It's called the Paparazzi, I think. And I think we set it as Bam Boomboxes because it was... He's like a star man. And then this one was a win for Mystique. Alright, so I've got that labelled down. Let's put that. I might need to make this stuff smaller because this page is getting wider and wider and wider as I go along.
Wide load.
That's a bit too small, we'll do that. And then that, there we go, makes it a bit better. So that was pinfall, submission, pinfall, count out. There we go. I'm keeping a history of everything that's going on. It's a payback, yeah, I thought it was. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. Great to spend the night with you. Enjoy WrestleMania if you can. If you're going to watch it, I don't know if it's your sort of thing anymore. Is it Omega, to be honest? But let us know. We might be back on tomorrow if you fancy it. We'll see how tonight goes and if we want to bitch about it some more.
Oh, we'll be doing a review.
Yeah, so we might come back tomorrow and do the next two shows before the pay-per-view if you want. But we'll love you, leave you. I'll see you in a bit, mate.
Ta-da!
Enjoy.